Lähti. Joo, niin pitäisi se uudellempikin pitäisi kyllä tsekkaamassa. Tuli se on katsottua leffateatterissa, niin miltä se tuntuisi nyt toisella kerralla, että Joo, okei. Olisi kiva näissä alkuperäinen Blade Runner jossain teatterissa. Mut se on hirveän hyvä, että kun on Finkino ja muukin on ruvennut näyttämään noita vanhoja leffoja niinku isolta kankalta. Okei, joo, 2018, joo. No on musta tässä nyt 5 vuoden sisällä aloittanut jonkun tommoset, että ne pyörittää. 19. Nehän yrittävät tehdä tästä remasterointia. Ei oo vielä onnistunut työ alla kuulemma.
I'm leaving now.
Näinpä.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runcer, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary. We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait, I haven't finished with you. I told you we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
Diskoon, diskoon, diskoon. Se on diskoon. Diskoon.
That.
No niin.
Some virtue.
Kiitoksia Markuksen raidista ja tervetuloa ja kiitos tosiaan, jos tuo lausutaan yksi niin kiitos Vollovista. Or are you...
Honor, little man, at what price?
Or do you want to speak English?
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bush.
You never know.
Forest of the night.
Tervetuloa. Kiitos Netterillä on hyvä maku. Moro Netteri. Täällä pelataan aika usein tämmösiä vähän niinku retro vanhempia pelejä, niin tuli hyvä sopiva hetki tähän Blade Runneriin vuodelta 1997 tarttua. Tossa oli kiitos Maruksenillekin Vollovista. Kiitos Netteri, kiitos. Yritetään tässä tämmösiä vähän vanhempia pelata, mutta jossain vaiheessa tietenkin nämä vanhatkin tulee pelattua läpi, niin pitää lähteä tutustumaan tämän uudempaan tuotantoon. Joo, meikä omi sitä Ysärillä aikoinaan. Kannattaa katsoa sitä ensi viikon, mulla on siinä About-sivulla niin ensi viikon ohjelmistoja, niin
But you didn't want to
Sielläkin on
turn
vähän
your back on
seikkailupeliä.
if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid.
Suutuko? En
It's time
suutu
to take
tietenkään.
that thumb out of your ass.
Minkä se käymään siitä suuttuisi?
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited.
Kai sitä jokainen saa. Kunhan et ammeessa striimaa. Kaikki toimii silloin hyvin.
Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in and Steele's working
Okei, Andrew, en tiedäkään.
undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel
Se
wanted.
on se Virtual Stupidity, niin se on... Jos tykkäs siitä alkuperäisestä sarjasta, niin se ovat onnistuneet tekemään sen tunnelman.
10-1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Jaa, niin se.
Slumming tonight, Slim?
Kosten
I
äänen
thought
alika.
you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
Mun se naisen äänenä
Couple
on
of fours were masquerading as fibroblast insulators down at Kaiser.
se nainen, mikä on tossa Houseissa
I'll bet.
TV-sarjassa
Put 'em on
myös.
the machine.
Hell no. There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Scoozer got you doing tonight?
AM at Runsitters.
Animal murder.
Pitää jossain vaiheessa tsekkailla, kun itsellä aikaa, niin
Those
kattoo.
skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that
Se softa,
goddamn
mistä
Eldon
missä
Tyrell
kyselit,
ought to
niin
be zipped into a body bag and flushed
se on itse
into
asiassa,
space.
yritin
Get rid of
säätää
him,
sitä
we'd be out
tohon
of a job.
I think
Cold
we're all
Fury.
overdue for a little off-road paid
Melkein sai.
vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Tässä on hyvät äänäyttelijät. Tää on niinku Westwoodin.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones though, powered by rechargeable batteries.
Semmonen, jos
No
tää...
self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
Tuossa sanoin aikaisemmin, että tää löytyy Kogista 8,5 €. Teille valitettavasti ei näy, mutta kun tää pyörii ScumVM:n kautta, niin tuossa ScumVM se, mikä tuo ikkuna periaatteessa on, mikä debug-ikkuna voisi sanoa näin, niin tähän on pantu, tuo on ilmeisesti joku pelintekijöiden tai jonkun tommonen kommenttiraita, missä ne kommentoi tää peliä, näkyy tekstinä. Aha, ja oikealla otetaan ase esille ja...
What do you know?
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault. The shop's been thrashed. You ought to see this tiger cub they got in there. It's a goddamn tragedy.
How's old man Runsiter holding up?
State of shock. He's been moaning and complaining
Joo,
about
tää
his
on
world
ikkunassa
caving.
mullakin. Tällä
I'd feel
hetkellä.
the same way if they were your animals. How many perps?
At least 2 bloody footprints all over the scene.
Ostan käytän
Must be a delightful
skummia
sight.
ja dosboxia sen takia, että nää saa ikkunaan pyörimään.
I already checked for a crowbar, some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Make sure the lab boys run them through the mainframe, human and rep.
Find something?
Oho.
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome.
Kannattaa
Bag
tsekata.
it and tag it.
Kannattaa tsekata niitä, itse asiassa löytyy jotain ihme pelejä, mutta ei nekään
Scratches
täydellisesti.
and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
Sakohan tää tekstityksiä muuten? Ei tai saa. Tätä pystyy valitsemaan hahmon tapaa, miten se puhuu. Ei voi se mitään vaikka niissä, mitä ne aiheutti, mutta no.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Tosiaan tietoja. Tässä on hirveän paljon tämmöistä niinku periaatteessa, koska tämähän on niinku etsivä
About
peli.
30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault. I already checked for a crowbar, some kind of tool. No luck, but it looks like we've got some latents.
Ja löytyy kaikkea tietoa periaatteessa kerätä.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for 2 very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
Niin ja se on sen alussa oleva se nuori
McCoy, LPD.
nainen.
I'm
Mä muistan,
absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
Se mikä tekee sitä vähän epäilyttävää koko tilanteesta, se vastaa jotain muistaakseni tyyliin aika nuorta. 13-14-vuotiaista vai 12.
And scary and absolutely malevolent.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts?
No kerrohan mun, annahan mulle.
You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron colt. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product?
Se pitää koko ajan olla itse vähän hiljaa, jos sen takia kun ei ole tekstityksissä pelissä, niin johtaa siihen, että ei mielellään puhu niiden puheiden päällekään.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for about a month. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there. My precious one. She was my baby.
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment.
Sitten kun tää peli pelaa noilla kuulokkeilla, niin tässä on yllättävän hyvä äänimaailma.
Here you are.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Jinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that.
Tämä peli menee vähän niin kuin eri tavalla muistaakseni myös siitä, miten hyvin pystyy keräämään nämä todisteet. Tekoäly.
I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
My precious one. She was my baby.
A toy dog.
Ei millään tavalla epäilyttävä.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
A candy bar. Yuck.
Rikospaikalta löytyy joku karkkipatukka. Tähän on pakko olla todiste. Niin
Well, isn't that cute?
Joo. Tää on itse... Voittiko tää peli myös palkintoja, mutta tää oli kuitenkin Westwoodin niinku... Westwood ei ole hirveästi seikkailupelejä lopulta. No okei, ne Legend of Gyrandian tyyppis, jotka on pelattu jo läpi, mutta... tää on se niinku loppuajan pelejä.
Didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft. The small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runciter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art. Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and
Hyvä
ceiling.
tuo kommentti tuolla tekstit tuolla. What is that supposed to mean? I didn't write this line. Sitä niinku, mitä peli tuli 97, niin tää oli helkutin hieno. Sitten seikkailupeliksi. Mä muistan montakohan CD tää oli.
Crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
Mutta nehän on kuten sanoin alussa, että nehän on suunnittelemassa tähän sitä remasterointia, niin saataisiin vähän pikselöintiä hahmosta pois ja muutenkin vähän niin kuin parempaa resoluutiota, niin sitten tää olisi tosi hieno varmaan. Deckard 10.
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
Pitäisikö mennä?
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
Tallentaa kuitenkin. Niin se saattaa olla. Musta näyttää vähän samalta tyyliltä, millä on tehty esiin tiettyjä. Olisiko vokseli?
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy. Bryant finally let you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Guzzo was gonna requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out for pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Guzzo could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked mice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy.
Se vaikuttaa hauskalle.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was gonna root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Scanning video disk. 2 enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
Tää on se hauska.
Run sitter crime scene.
Hienoja laitteita, kun se rikkoo valon taittumisen, valon liikkeenkin. En päässyt. Ei. Päässyt. Tää oli tällä tavalla.
A sushi menu from Howie Lee's. Give me a hard copy of that.
Että ihan kun niin kuvaa niin kun vaan kääntyy tuolta muutama asteen. Olikohan täällä muuta? Ei tainnut olla. Katsotaan se toinen kuva.
Run sitter crime scene.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
Saiko tai sen? Oh.
Run sitter crime scene.
Ahaa. Joo, okei, kun... Hauska. Musta auton pystyy jotenkin ottamaan. Joo. Tällä tavalla jo kuva taittuu. Mitä?
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Give me a hard copy of that.
Se rekisteri pitäisi pystyä ottamaan myös. Joo. Se näkee aina kun tuot vähän kun peil ottaa taaksepäin.
Local license
käynnistää jonkun auton animaation, niin se on tietää, että osuu johonkin oikeeseen. Joo. Ahaa.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runciter hanging around with a big fat guy last week. This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Mulla on muistin, että se pelissä oli pakko käydä näin vähän tälleen.
The distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled.
Kiitos, Andrew. Pitää tsekata.
Quite a pair. Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very reputable wholesaler. I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's...
Howie Lee's. Bryant once got food poisoning there, so he shut it down for a couple of months. Now it was always good for a freebie. Lucky Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
Hit the lock, Jack.
I guess there ain't no harm in it.
Target and shoot all threats. Do not shoot innocents. Confirm target as hostile before shooting.
Kaikki ammutaan. Kaikki keltaiset on siis vihollisia. Okei. Yhtään muista mikä tässä oli logiikka. Hieno harjoitus oikeesti ampuu sua ilmeisesti. Hyvä, melkein ammu. Ai se oli lapsilla. Ai, no voi. Mitäs tulee ampumaradalla? En muista miksi mä näitä rupesin tekemään, mutta... No, keltä se on pois. Tässä oli lapsi. Lapsi. Niin tää on. No replikanttivauvoja. Sovitaanko näin? Jos apus vaan kaikki nuo vaarattomat ja jättäis henkiä aseella olevat. Mikä tekee oikeesti tää ruihin tekemään? Juokse pois. Montako... Ei. Montako pistettä? -11. -11. Onkohan mitään merkitystä, miksi pitääköhän se saa jotain pistettä, mutta en muista. Eläköitsiä, me viedään kaikki eläkkeelle. Niin tässä sanoo. Kolmoseen.
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. We got the animal corpses from Runcitus, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Animoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
And they're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week. Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
Kun hän piti muistaakseni tehdä kaikki näin ihan vaan sen takia, että saadaan todisteita.
And there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runcitus is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
It's okay, not what I call a classic.
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
Tää on niinku elokuvassa. Se oli kyllä hienoa kuvausta kyllähän alkuperäisessä leffassa. Tässä tehdään tää sama homma. Laskeutuminen.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it. Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Siinä tonkin äänenä on muistaakseni joku ihan tuttu elokuvanäyttelijä. Kukahan se oli? Ei mitään muistikuva.
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
Ilman kos.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
Who are you, anyway?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
I got some more questions for you.
Your associate, Ms. Steele, has already taken my statement. I have nothing more to say unless I have an attorney present.
I got some more questions for you.
Your associate, Ms. Steele, has already taken my statement.
Lää.
I have nothing more to say unless I have an attorney present.
Hups. Otan pysty muistaakseni nuo tiedot viemään sinne.
Mainframe and shooting range.
Oh.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database.
Joo.
Clue database transfer complete.
Tätä piti tehdä muistaakseni.
Most of that black tape found on the fire hydrant, it's from.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No MOs or identities are rolling up just yet, and I'm still going through the inset files to see if any replicant munitions experts are unaccounted for.
Paljon tämmöistä niinku tapahtuu ja tämmöistä niinku taustatietoa löytyy tässä pelissä. Chinatown.
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War. The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen.
Kannatti tallentaa, jos oikein muistan.
McCoy, LPD. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sorry, my man. I just don't got the time.
You're a pretty smart-looking cat. Gonna make some money?
Pay me large, you got my rapt attention.
Depends on how much the information's worth.
Unfortunately, my man, I got a bug.
Got to mix more out back.
Dynamite dining, old man. Catch you later.
Mäkin rupean kävelemään tolla tavalla.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
When business thriving, night always beautiful.
This from your place, isn't it?
Could be. Chopstick come from Yoshi's restaurant supply.
This from your place, isn't it?
Yes, sir. You do how a favor? Distribute all through our police station?
How long has that chef worked for you?
Zubin? Just month. Superior chef. Makes all kinds of new sushi.
What's real fresh tonight?
Special shipment of Toro just arrived. I fix you right up. No one else. Clean as a whistle.
You're Prince, Howie.
Nyt se tallennus. Hetken ei vielä.
Howie says you're a master chef.
You not come back here. Air bad.
This'll only take a minute. I'm looking for a girl about 14 years old with pink hair. You seen her?
I don't know her.
There's a test I'd like you to take. It won't take too long.
Test? What kind of test?
Kind of a personality test. Totally routine.
Routine? Ah.
A big guy run past here?
Hey, maybe spare some chinion?
Sorry, pal. All I got are hundreds.
Hey, that'd work.
Hey, Pop.
Muistaakseni ei kerkeä tossa kyllä ampua.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was gonna root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Tässä pystyy esirenderoimaan tämmöisiä yllättävän niinku tunnelmallisia ympäristöjä kyllä. Sehän meni helposti. No.
Lightning Squad, Rep Unit, Battle of the Gemini. I'd retired a war hero, someone who'd fought for the freedom of the off-world colonists. The poor guy kind of reminded me of one of those Buffalo soldiers, blacks who had killed and died for America, yet weren't allowed to drink alongside whites. And maybe, just maybe, the photograph validated his own existence. Locked.
Jätetään ruumis tänne. Ei.
Chill it, man. Just took a wrong turn back there, that's all.
Take your business elsewhere.
An excellent idea.
Noniin.
Rumor has it you've been earning your stripes, McCoy.
Working on it.
Keep it up. You just might have a future in this business.
I understand it's got a hell of a retirement plan.
I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moon bus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Bryant thinks it crashed out in the kibble.
How many reps we talking about?
Enough. They're Nexus 6s, so don't take too much slack.
Gotcha.
You VK the mark before retirement?
Didn't have to.
That's why they call it the magic.
I'm starting to understand.
You ever retire a human, your career is over. Remember that.
Oletteko lukenut sen sen alkuperäisen kirjan? Tai novellihan se periaatteessa on. Missä Blade Runner leffa on tehty. Se on vähän erilainen. Eipä juurikaan. Oikeastaan testi oli, ja niin kuin se ajatus siitä, mitä se tekee työkseen, se tietty oli. Mutta siinä on paljon kaikkea muutakin semmoista omitusta. Siinä dekkarit, jos se päähahmo on naimisissa ja mitä muuta sillä oli joku. Mä muistan mikä siinä oli semmonen en spoilaa, mutta niille, jotka ei lukenut.
Ground floor.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You'd be amazed at how accommodating a man can be after his hemorrhoids get lanced. You really been surprising the troops around here, kid. Gaff says you work that retirement like a champ.
Just doing the job.
Yeah, well, don't get too cocky. Those sixes can be damn unpredictable.
That I know.
But I'm proud of you, McCoy. Why don't you take the rest of the day off?
Thanks.
Payments is wiring the advance to your account as we speak.
How much?
Couple $100 Chinian. Enough to buy a sandwich or two. We gotta hold back the rest until the lab does the autopsy. Paperwork, you know. Shouldn't take more than a couple of days.
So, the check's in the mail?
Hey, don't worry. The boys upstairs want to keep our best and brightest happy. Any idea what you want to spend it on?
I was thinking maybe a companion for my animal at home.
Forget that. Buy yourself something nice. Once you start carving up that juicy bacon, kid, the taste never goes away. The great things in life, believe me, you'll just be wanting more and more.
Bacon. Eipäs. Bacon. Pystytkö se puhumaan vielä? Otas hetki.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
Ai.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Kannattaa käydä siellä lataamassa nuo tiedot sinne koneelle. Sitä pitää tehdä tässä muistaakseni aina tasaisin väliajoin.
Laboratory.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer.
Kun se on myös se, että ei pelkästään se, että me siirretään omat tiedot tonne, mutta me saadaan myös muuta tietoa, mitä muut on kerännyt.
Roof.
Muistaakseni tuo äskeinen kohtaus voi mennä eri tavallakin. Muistaakseni se voi käydä, että jos teet väärällä tavalla, niin se pääsee karkuun. Se tyyppi, jos oikein muistan. Ja se pääsee karkuun, saattaa olla, että se hyökkää täällä kimppuun. Tää on mun muistikuva.
Your floor number, please.
Apartments.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
I lived with the best gal I'd ever seen. She was 2 now and full of life and love. She'd cost me about a year's salary, but she was worth it. It was good to have someone warm nearby after completing a dirty job, and the retirement swag from this case would go toward getting her a partner.
Yhteisöhaaste. 75% tehty. Moro Ransit. 3 tonnin haaste.
Zubin was the first Nexus 6 I'd come up against. There was something in his eyes, an almost primordial desire to live. Most of the 3s, 4s, and 5s I'd seen would just give up when you had them. But these 6s, they were a whole other breed.
Missäs täällä oli?
I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath. My wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told my wrath. My wrath did grow.
Crank calls were a dime a dozen in this city, and I'd had my share. Still, this guy sounded more like an English teacher than the average scumbag. If I'd been more awake, the message might have spooked me.
Erase and reset.
Joo, tässä on kyllä hyvä soundtrack.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Ota lisää.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Yeah.
Portrait of the sleep-deprived.
Got your delivery here, man.
What?
Kingston Kitchen.
Plus mä käyn tässä vedellä nopeita vessassa samalla.
Hold on.
Is this what the gravity be like on Mars?
Oh no. It's about a third of what we got here on Terra. Real comfy.
How about turning that dial, okay? When I say...
Please, can you control your rat?
I'll have you know that Ricky's a purebred Chihuahua, and he's totally real.
Things going good at Tyrell Corporation?
Boring. Old man Tyrell's been on a Wagner kick lately. He never shuts up.
You also do outside work?
Sweetie, I never go outside. It's bad for the glands.
How about Nexus 6? You know a lot about them?
I think you should be going now.
Understand good, it holds deep meaning for me now. Where be your research on Nexus 6? And your test studies, contacts, the works?
Only simulator. Extraterrestrial gravity.
One more minute, you be swallowing this explosive. 3 more minutes, they be hosing you off the True Life building across town.
No, I swear. I don't have anything. If I did, I'd give it to you.
My people sick and dying. You tell me something.
Ja, man.
Dr. Tyrell.
Tell me something I don't know.
The organ designers, Miraji, Hannibal Chu, Luther and Lance, they're closer to him than I am.
Where?
DNA Row. They're all working down on DNA Row. No.
You one miserable package, man.
No, please, don't.
Ja, man.
Pick up.
Hope you aren't camped out there with a bottle of tequila.
Oh, very funny.
Early bird slays the worm, McCoy.
Don't worry, I'm up, Lieutenant. What's the buzz?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building.
Inside?
That's right. But we also got a sweet little break-in. Tyrell's surveillance system recorded the whole shebang.
Beautiful. How many perps?
Just one. I don't know if it's related to the Runciter deal or not. Tyrell security will have the disc for you when you get there. You'll be good, killer.
Tää mut tunnustiko se tää juoni tässä aika
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Tässä ollaan vasta alussa.
Your floor number, please.
Roof.
No, niitä videoita ei ole yhtä paljon kuin itse asiassa, kun tuossa Wing Commander 3 oli jumakata näitä anima-videoita joka paikka. Meet hissistä ulos, hissin sisälle, kävelet käytävällä, aina tulee joku videopätkä.
McCoy, LPD.
Just a minute.
Where do I go?
Grav test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
It was a Tyrell sales brochure for the Nexus series, the kind of glossy hype that ends up littering the floor at trade shows. This one was for last year's infamous Lolita model, a big hit with the all-important dirty old man market.
Lolita model.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
Sitä muuta. Ei näy.
Jesus.
I've seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
This hearing yours?
Maybe it belonged to that other cop who was up here. The babe with the shades and the cigarettes.
Ain't her style. Call her babe to her face, you're liable to end up with a severe limp. You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
Mitäs täällä on tuossa jotakin?
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
Kirjassakin oli itse semmoinen hassu ominaisuus. Mun mielestä
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
Se leffassa ei ollut sillä tapaa käsitelty sitä, että ihmisillä oli joku omituinen niinku psyykkelinen ongelma vähän niinku just elävien eläimien suhteen, kun niitä ei ollut. Niin.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Oli hirveän tärkeää jotenkin, miten sitä voisi kuvailla? Pakkomiele eläviä eläimiä, kun niitä oikeasti ei ollut enää olemassa.
Obviously, he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert. The charge had been big enough to do the job, but not big enough to shatter the soundproof walls of the float chamber. But I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
Täällä jotain, mitä voisi olla. Ei muutu. Korjata me nähtiin.
I'd seen more dead animals than live, and now I thought about Maggie.
Joo, vuoteen 2019. Se oli kyllä hullu vuosi, täytyy sanoa. Oli kyllä hullu vuosi. Muistattehan te sen ajan? Ja se ei se niinku, jos tää peli on 97, niin se on 20 vuotta siitäkin aika. Että he. Tietokonetta piti pysyä käyttämään.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Ricky.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates? Eisenduller had used his dog's name as a password. The Tyrell brass wouldn't be too happy if they knew I was snagging a copy of their files, but someone had wanted him bad enough to kill Eisenduller, so I figured they must be worth having.
Ja vettä tulee jatkuvalla syötöllä. Se on Suomi.
Nothing.
Moro Eddie.
Lagging behind again?
Guza didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Blade Runner.
In a pig's ass, Slim.
Eläköitsijä. Tai mikä?
Following up on my own.
Keva.
Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
Tää on kyllä kovaa. Tää on siis...
I'm still fitting the pieces together. You know the Moonbus massacre that went down last month?
Gaff mentioned something about it.
The rogue skin jobs probably flew to Earth. And one of them is a demolitions expert, similar MO to your Vic upstairs.
Ei kun siis tässä on todella hyvä käsikirjoitus tässä pelissä ja tää... Varsinkin tää dialogi on tässä mun mielestä hyvin laadukasta. Mä oon tykännyt niinku aina. Tää niinku periaatteessa niinku oikeesti tuntuu Blade Runner niinku maailmalta.
You friendly with Eisenduller?
Most of the employees they see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus...
Blade Runner tai Suomi lokaa
he
maaliskuussa.
almost never left his lab.
He afraid of somebody?
I think it had something to do with the air outside and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Smart. What was his job?
Scrub test chief engineer. The lab runs tests to see how a replicant would perform in different planetary gravitational fields. That kind of thing.
Mitäs Edillä?
One of the other engineers could tell you more.
Pelasitteko yöllä vielä pitkään TCP:llä kanavalla?
You know if anyone lost an earring like this one lately?
Not one of the employees, that's for sure. The boss enforces a strict dress code around here.
How did Eisenduller's moo-moo fit in?
Moo-moo.
You know, company rules only apply to the lesser mortals.
How do I get in to see the big boss?
You don't, unless he wants to see you.
Okay. How do I make him want to see me?
Well, you could call his personal assistant.
Who is?
Don't know offhand.
Yeah, I get the picture. You know anything about Tyrell's computer system?
Security's tight as a drum, if that's what you're asking.
Somebody tried to access restricted data from the terminal in Dr. Eisendoller's office.
But they couldn't get in.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Tyrell keeps his files safer than he keeps his employees. I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Joo. Tää on kyllä niinku sanottu tää Westwood-laatua kyllä tässä. Vielä kun Westwood teki hyviä pelejä. Tai vielä kun Westwood oli olemassa.
Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
Olikohan tuo yksi? Oli. Ihmekamera kyllä vieläkin.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that.
Tässä ei ole mitään muuta olla sitten, mutta kuin tuon tyypin kasvot.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
Give me a hard copy of that.
Ottanut kasvot. Ei ottaa vaan tämä.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't like the cheap crap sold.
Koira.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Give me a hard copy of that.
Kohan tuota vielä. Ei.
Uploading personal clue database.
2019 vuosi tapahtui.
Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network. The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. You know the Moonbus massacre that went down last month? The rogue skin jobs probably flew to Earth, and one of them is a demolitions expert, similar MO to your Vic upstairs.
The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
The earring...
I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that Moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the Moonbus? How long has that chef worked for you?
Nää kaikki on tämmösiä vähän mitä on kuultu, mutta onko täällä mitään semmoista?
One of Tyrell's employees got
It was a
Ei.
Most of the employees...
Lightning Squad, Rep Unit, Battle of the Gemini.
Joo. Ampumaralle ei mennä. Onkohan täällä muuten mitään muuta? Tää tyyppi on hävinnyt. Pomolla puhumme.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I didn't know the Rastafarian. The Asian fellow was one of our ex-members. Izo was his name.
How long did you know him for?
Let's see. I met him about 5 years ago. He seemed so smart and balanced. He really wanted to help the replicant people.
Then what?
He started associating with the more militant factions. I was astounded when I heard he was supplying weapons to some of them.
What kind of weapons?
Guns so new that even the police had hardly used them, I heard.
I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir, we're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit.
We're peaceful people, Detective. We live by a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad.
So, you help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, Detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, Detective. We have resources. The world is changing. People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped...
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk. If reps are... I'm gonna give you a little test.
The other detective, she already tested me earlier today.
Look, I gotta check out the equipment, and you're the only stiff around.
I object to this treatment. If you'll just call my lawyer, he'll take care...
Your lawyer would tell you I got the authority to VK the mayor if I want. And he'd have to smile and nod and kiss my butt until I cleared him. So sit down.
Ai niin näitä. Mitenköhän nää toimi? Miten tää toimii?
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
3rd sector, uptown.
Nice neighborhood?
Very. Is this going to take long?
Just keep your pants on, Spencer. You're having dinner at a friend's home. Halfway through the appetizer, he tells you that you've been eating goose liver pate.
I wouldn't eat it, and I confront him.
Ei saa siirrettyä.
You're going to die. It may be soon. Death. The grave. Rot.
You're enjoying this.
It may be soon. The readouts don't lie. You're scared. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
This conversation is over, Detective. I don't have to sit here and take abuse.
Test terminated.
You keeping busy, pal?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
En ole koskaan ymmärtänyt, miten tuo toimii tuo. Seljettiinköhän koskaan ohjekirjassakaan, että miten tuo logiikka tuossa laitteessa on?
We get a new weapons shipment?
Siellä kun pomo on pois, niin hehe. No niin, otapas nyt on varmaan tää puoli käyty läpi. Sitten vois mennä avautunut. Onko? Oh. No miten? Ei pitäisi liikaa aina kehua peliä, mutta jotenkin tässä niinku on tää tunnelma toimii hirveän hyvin. Vähän kuin leffaa kattos. Tallentaa.
You know who deals in insects down here?
You don't want insects? They're no good companion. But fish. Fish are good. I have every kind of fish for you. Blowfish, dorado, miniature sailfish. Very friendly.
No thanks. I got a dog at home.
Fish just as good as dog.
No, my dog is real.
Real? Oh, you must make lots of money.
Let's get back to insects. Official LTD business.
Down at end of Animal Row, you see big green sign? You try there. Good luck with dog, friend. Hope he stays healthy.
She.
Doke.
Might I interest you in a snake, noble one?
Not today, thanks. You know anything about insects?
I regret that I do not, noble one, save that I feed them to my snails.
You do what?
Artificial ones, of course. The safeguards in the design of my snakes would not allow them to swallow a real insect.
I assume that this insect is already extinct.
They all died after the war, yes.
So the fakes must be pretty expensive.
If bought in bulk, the price is acceptable. They do not need to eat them, of course, but the added realism is worth every penny. Have you ever seen such craftsmanship?
Right now I'm more interested in the insect.
Perhaps you should ask the Peruvian woman next door. She's an expert on such things and will cut a wonderful deal to friends.
I need to ask you...
Certainly the LPD must have better things to do than to question a humble merchant over and over again about the same things. Why aren't you out arresting criminals like that disreputable Bob fellow?
Bob?
He owns the armament shop up the street. He's insane, noble one, insane. He takes peculiar pleasure in agitating all the vendors around here.
Bob.
I cannot even go out for a Shisco whoop without worrying whether Bob is going to sabotage my snakes.
This your work?
Ah, the dragon.
Dragon?
See? An Osoptera, dragonfly late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenty money to obtain a collection.
More than I can afford.
You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to trade for this. With luck, you may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then, you buy a piece, right? For a special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
You take care.
Tärkeälle naisystävälle lahjaksi hötököitä.
Handsome man like you has lady friend, of course.
All my girl cares about is food and love.
Ah, how romantic. What is this girl's name?
Maggie.
Maggie. Ah, Maggie, senor. It's perfect, is it not?
It's kind of ugly, but you talk me into it. You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Are you taking any drugs? Excuse me.
Mitä? Se kysymys, mitä kysytään niin ohikulkijoilta.
Step up, Step up. Mama Isabella cooked you something special. Put a glow in your cheek.
McCoy, LPD. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Questions? They always need answers.
This guy work for you?
No, but I wish he do. He be one fine-looking man.
You sure? Never seen him before.
I'd remembered him for sure.
That stew's looking tasty.
Fix you right up. Only dirty chinion. It put a spring in your step, man. The ladies, they be loving you.
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisendaler at the Tyrell building?
Eisendaler. Oh, Eisendaler, yeah. Let me tell you, that man can't eat.
Send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more. Not since last month. He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more till him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead. Thanks for your time.
Bullet Bobs.
That a 45 blaster under your coat, or you just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
They ought to be. They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh? How come I never heard of you?
I just got assigned.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davey Holden. How's he doing?
Word is he's gonna be okay.
That skin job must have been pretty damn quick getting by
Pystyköhän
Davey
tässä,
like that.
pystyköhän tässä tappamaan
He's
itsensä?
the best in the business.
He'll be back on the job soon. I hear you've been waving guns around on Anemoid Row.
Who's been telling you that crap? That lying Egyptian snake oil salesman?
Hassan?
That's the one. I should have popped him when I had the chance. You want to know what really happened? I wanted to get my daughter a present for her birthday, right? I bought an iguana from that crook Hassan. And the damn thing ran out of juice just 2 days after I plucked down a shitload of chinion. Son of a bitch wouldn't give me a refund. So I threatened to burn down his shop.
Sometimes you just gotta be philosophical about these things.
That's exactly what my wife says. I heard of you.
Is that right?
You ain't done much.
I just got assigned.
Guys like you get hurt real easy.
Meaning what, exactly?
It ain't like you're a real Blade Runner. Not like Steel or Gaff.
They get hurt sometimes, too. It's a dangerous business. How'd you feel about taking a little test?
You mean the Voight Kampf? You come into my shop and you want to VK me?
Relax, I just...
It's funny. You thinking I'm a rep. Set up the test. We'll see what's what around here.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Downtown, 4th sector. Hey, this is great. Should I be sitting any special way?
Just relax. You're visiting the dentist. At the receptionist's desk is a huge bowl of fresh-cut flowers.
Flowers? So what?
It's illegal to pick them. Flowers aren't like soya. They're endangered. They need sunlight, fresh air.
They ain't gonna get it around here. I think they're all gone anyway. You seen a single goddamn flower in the last 10 years?
Yeah. Once.
Tää on oikeastaan nää ei oo valustestejä, vaan nää on replikattestejä.
You notice someone attractive.
Mitä Van Kampf, vai mitä testejä oli?
In your dreams, pretty boy.
You're going to die. It may be soon.
No, siis se oli...
The grave. Rot.
No joo, no mutta
It may be
se
soon.
selitettiin kirjassa jollain tavalla.
Readouts don't lie. You're scared.
Se oli myös kirjassa, nämä testit oli, mutta miten selittikään siinä, että siinä jollain tavalla...
It's just a test.
Oikein siinä tyyppi epantiin muistaakseni ihan niinku käsiin myös mittarit, anturit ja muuta. Se mittasi jollain tavalla mustuvaisen liikettä ja verisuonteen jotain niinku toimintaa silmässä ja muualla.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide.
Tavallaan yksi sama asia kyllä.
Human baby hide.
Mutta periaatteessa testas niinku,
Not scared, just
onko
shocked.
aitoa empatiaa.
I heard worse than it was.
Empatia oli se kysymys, muistaakseni mitä niinku ne halus selvittää. Ja miten niinku semmonen niinku autoimmuuni ei autoimmuuni, kun tuo auto.
I busted up a guy's face once.
Miksi se kutsutaan?
He was in the hospital.
Automaattisesti toimiva keho niinku osaat miten reagoi.
I meant to kill him, so
Vaikka kuinka
that was
ihminen
kind of
pystyisi niinku valehtelemaan ja olemaan tyyni. Medium intensity.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
There, Giovanna. He's a good kid. Everyone's got to get bloodied sometimes.
You're on a farm. You get into the pen to feed the pigs. In their excitement, the animals knock you down into the mud. Using a butcher knife, you slit the throat of the nearest sow. You're covered in blood as you stumble to your feet.
Now why the hell would I do something like that?
You tell me.
No way. I served my time. I've opened men up from belly to throat. But butchering animals? This test ain't right.
Autonominen reaktio, joo, kyllä.
Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
Lightweight. She was easy to carry.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a large black spider crawling up the wall.
Where? They're worth a mint, even with only half their legs.
It's just hypothetical.
Hypo what?
There's no spider.
Well, why did you say so then?
Saa siirrettyä tätä. Ei.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water while you watch.
I kicked the crap out of the sicko.
Positive result. Subject is human. Test terminated.
So that's it?
Yeah?
Since you didn't shoot me, I must have registered okay.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while.
Well, you know, I think about skin jobs all the time. Try to get into their heads. Maybe that's what the deal is.
You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? 'Cause I know them police-issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra... I got a few clips around here somewhere. If you got the chin yen for it.
Okay, let's have it.
Parempia panoksia.
Thanks for your time.
Silläkään oli jossakin asiassa merkitys, että oli tuo paremmat panokset. Siinäkin meni rahaa. Tää on se.
Locked.
Joo. Eläinkauppa, vai mikä oliko? Tälle puhuttiin, joo, tässä on taas uutta.
I got a couple of questions for you, Captain.
First one's on the house. The rest you pay for. You want chit-chat, you hire a hooker. This ain't no social club. Nice bracelet, tough guy. Who's Maggie, your mommy?
She's a dog.
So is my wife, but I sure as hell don't brag about it.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one. Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Vähän viinaksi. Maybe some boozing. Hmm.
2 minutes. That's how much time I give every stranger that wanders in here off the street.
Sell a lot of stuff that way?
I don't encourage browsers. What impresses me are people who know what they want and are not afraid to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most expensive thing you got in here?
Value is a relative notion. What's significant to you might be meaningless to me.
And vice versa.
Everything here is guaranteed. The finest, most authentic anyone can get.
Tää on vähän huono striimattava sen takia, että kun
Let me tell you what I want.
tässä on testityksiä, niin pitää kokeilla hiljaa, että
All my paperwork is in order.
muuten menee puheet
I
ohi.
don't read anyhow. What's your name?
Iso.
You move a lot of valuable goods through here? Valuable and exotic?
How exotic?
We're talking exceptionally fine jewelry in the shape of a dragonfly.
They were so majestic. I remember them from my childhood. And that was the last time I've seen them.
It's very important that I find out about this. Can you help me?
If I see something, and you can match whatever my collectors will pay, it's all yours.
Thanks a million. You say everything's top quality here. I'd go for your old buddy Spencer Gregorian, too?
I met him a while back. He bought some calfskin gloves from me. Said he wanted to do some gardening.
Calfskin?
Faux calfskin.
Gregorian said you were thrown out of cars for having violent tendencies.
Whoever Gregorian is, he's lying.
He also said you were a borderline sociopath who ought to be locked up, but I'm inclined to agree.
Don't you wish I gave a damn about what you think?
I can make you give a
Kannattaa
damn.
suuttaa ihminen.
Let me give you a little word of advice, detective. Stay out of my business. More importantly, stay out of my face. All I'd have to do is make one vid call and you would be shoveling shit off-world for the rest of your career.
Talk to me like that some more and you'll be eating it.
Perhaps I can interest you in this camera. 100 years ago, it was a cherished item. Whole families sat for portraits.
I've seen plenty of photographs in my time.
Have you ever seen this?
Pikkuinen asevarasto nyt.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Iso wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer. The exact arms that renegade replicants would be looking for to survive in the big city.
Nothing else there.
Joo, nyt on tallennus taas. Tässä pelissä voi kuolla. Siinä määrin se pitää varautua aina.
I am not about to have all my hard work obliterated just because you stumbled into my shop, detective. Westerners need guns and hardware. All I need is will.
Freeze, Yoshi!
Iso.
Whatever. Been keeping yourself busy?
Yoshi.
I'll be out of lockup within the hour.
Your little skin job friend's gonna take up a collection to bail you out, or you got it saved up?
Maybe I got friends in high places.
Yeah, and if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. What are you doing here, Slim?
I was gonna ask you the same thing.
I've been tracking this boy for a week. He thinks he's pretty clever. He's a material witness in a case I'm working.
Mikä se Yoshi ääni eli Mariossa?
Your best buddy's a replicant, isn't he? The big guy with the dreadlocks. What's his name again?
Hallucinate often?
That's okay. You'll be giving him up to me soon enough. I can handle it from here, Slim. Why don't you go buy yourself a lollipop? Something else to suck on.
Very clever.
But I wasn't trying to be.
Sehän meni näppäri. Toinen oli Toinen oli lyömässä miekalla meitä ja... No menkää vaan pois. Mitäpä siinä?
I was fresh out of Leeds. Poking around Hawker's circle had been a waste of time. I had nothing to connect this Ezo character to the Eisendaler murder. But if the replicants had done in one Tyrell scientist, maybe they'd go after another. And the subcontractors down on DNA Row didn't have Tyrell security to protect them.
Morokittomia. Joo, ei musta tässä on yllättävän hyvät. Tietty ehkä resoluutiota parantaisi, itse kun ne on koittanut remasterointia tehdä tähän. No, että työalla nimittäin ne parantaisi noiden hahmojen muiden resoluutiotarkkuutta siinä. Muutenkin, mutta tässä niinku taustat on hienoja. Tässä näkyy tää resoluutio tietty. Se on tullut tänne.
You keeping busy, pal?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
You look right at home in there, Ezo.
I've been in much tighter spots than this, McCoy.
Mutta mitäs kiittämiä alle kuuluu?
This is only the beginning. You ready to supply me some answers?
I wish I had something to say.
I know your hands are dirty, Ezo.
Everybody in this world is trying to better himself, no matter what the terms are. If that counts as dirty, so be it.
The terms of your conviction won't be too clean.
I'll be through with this place long before you, McCoy.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been saving up for a rainy day, selling all those illegal weapons.
One never knows when fate will conspire. You must be prepared.
You're a real trooper, Ezo. You look right at home in there, Ezo.
Käydään sitten täällä mitä. Joo, on vähän semmonen iso. Onko iso vai risho? R:llä vai I:llä? Ehkä I. Just semmonen niinku... Tää jätkä on vähän rottamainen. Konna. Iso. Vähän niinku suomen kielessä joku... Mikä on suomen kielessä semmonen niinku vaikka miehen tai naisen nimi, mikä kuulostaa, että... Vaikka... Ei Jorma se ei oo. No kuitenkin. Antaapa olla.
During his last election campaign, Governor Kolvig promised a bold new plan of action to clean up the worst regions of the highly toxic debris that surrounds our city, the so-called kipple. Just how much progress has been made since then? We spoke to the governor just before his weekly meeting with the city council.
Our studies have shown that the kipple's effect upon Los Angeles is minor. The radiation and toxic waste is contained in relatively small pockets, all miles distant from the city center. Nevertheless, cleaning things up out there is a worthwhile goal, especially with the thousands of specials living on the city fringes. For now, all I can say is that we're looking at several options, and I'm sure everyone will be pleasantly surprised by our final proposal.
We get a new weapons shipment?
Yeah, Guzzo requisitioned a couple of cases for the assault teams.
Let me guess. He's planning on taking out a small city.
Lieutenant's a big believer in overkill.
I've gotten all I can from that. You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Taas tänne. Nyt mulla on 2 kuvaa muistaakseni. Jaa. Nyt tuli hyvä kuva.
Hawker's Circle.
On se kova. No, kommentoisi sillä. Tässä kuvassa ei ole ollut mitään merkityksellistä muistaakseni, vai oliko tuolla? En muista. Oli.
A strange scale. Give me a hard copy of that.
Oliko sama? Oli.
A strange...
En täysin muista, että mitkä kaikki oli semmoista, mitä kannatti edes kurkkia. Ei tuo ainakaan. Roska. Nää. Ei oo mitään. Tässä toinen kuvasta. Kuka se siinä?
That guy sure gets around. Give me a hard copy of that.
Mikäs tää nainen? Sekö ei kiinnosta? No ei näköjään. Mitään muuta, mitä kannattais katsoa, mikäs tossa? Näh. Aha. Missä se käsi on? Varmaan mitään muuta näyttää täältä. Ei.
Uploading personal clue database.
Nää on kuultu nämä äänet jo aikaisemmin.
Clue data.
Onko tullut mitään uutta?
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer.
Why aren't you out arresting?
See? I'm a sub.
Positive result.
Joo. Okei. Sinne. Ah, yeah. Oli varmaan tallennuksen paikka.
What you want? I'm busy.
Excuse me.
Se on varmaan alkuperäisen näyttelijän tähän.
LPD, I got a couple of questions.
Talk, always talk. You wait. You no take up time. Busy.
Marcus Eisendollar is dead.
Okay, we talk. Quick, talk. What you want?
You were close to Eisendollar?
Eisendollar? No time for him. No go to lab. Eisendollar test off-world gravity to work important organs. Visual center, you see?
Marcus is dead.
To work hard all night, all day, no stop, no break, no OT.
Did you hear me?
Of course I hear you. You think I'm deaf? Your time more important, man. $1,000 dead. Miraji may be dead. You out chasing skirts.
Miraji?
You eat supper with Miraji every night, no fail. Sometimes Chinese, sometimes Indian, sometimes home cooked. Sometimes we go up and eat with twins.
Miraji didn't show? Did you call him?
I called. I knocked. 10 minutes ago, door locked. No answer. Where you come from, huh?
What?
Nothing.
Tell me this.
Hey, wait. LPT, you there for something, huh? LPT? I'm very busy. Eyes won't wait for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
What you want? I'm busy.
Ei voi ampua. Täällä kyllä oli kuitenkin jotain, mihin piti mennä. Ton. Turbo design. Joo, tää oli musta semmonen, että apu.
What's going on? Who did this?
Help me, sir. Please, help me. It is going to blow. Run! Run!
Hold on. An ambulance will be coming.
You must warn the twins. Up there. Up the stairs.
The twins? Did they do this?
No. Tall man with dreadlocks. The bomber. And another with beard. Piercing eyes.
What did they want?
The DNA information. God forgive me. I told them about the twins.
Don't shoot. McCoy, Rep Detect, BR 61661.
What do you know about this?
Got a dead man here. Victim of an explosion. His name was Miraji. He was able to give me a description of the two perps just before he bought the farm.
Yeah? They skin jobs? Or you just in the right place at the wrong time?
I'm practically waxing their tails, officer. I'm that close. But I don't have a lot of time. You mind,
Mopping up here? Just do me a favor and kick some rep ass, okay? It's high time someone got them illegals off the street.
Appreciate it.
This is 32 Sector 3 reporting a homicide. Possible act of terrorism.
No niin. Spooky.
I recognized the logo on the envelope. It was definitely Runsitter's animal sales, but I didn't expect to find hundreds of chinion inside. I didn't know what it was for, but I'd bet the farm it wasn't on Runsitter's books.
Lopeta. Ei tätä.
Hello, Luther. Hello, Lance. You have no new messages and one saved voice-only message. Would you like to hear the saved message again?
Absolutely.
Hello, it's J.F. Sebastian. I hope you guys are all right. I tried to talk to Dr. Terrell about your reinstatement, reemployment, but I haven't been able to get through to him yet. He's kinda angry, and you know what a cool customer he is. I don't know what happened between you guys, but I'm still trying. If you want to get together, I'm still at the Bradbury. I'll be here all night.
Message saved automatically. To delete, please state your deletion security number.
Not right now. Thanks.
The pleasure's all ours at Sino Bell.
Half the workspace was tidy, the other half a total disaster area. The tenants were clearly the oddest of odd couples. The vid phone was one of those old Zenith jobs, the last electronic tech that was still produced on this continent, in Mexico to be exact. No wonder the sucker was on the blink.
Muuta ei tainnutkaan tuolla olla.
Hey, pal.
Nää vittu oppii kävelemään tuolla tavalla ihan oikeesti.
What's shaking, baby? Haven't I seen you around these parts before?
Could be. I get around.
You ever get down to Nightclub Row, you ought to check out my act. I'm just warming up the room, but it's better than a kick in the pants, you dig?
What kind of stuff do you do?
What kind of? You kidding, baby? I do it all! I am the direct extension of Frankie, Sammy D, and Dino Martini.
Who?
Man, you really must be dozing in Squaresville if you're asking who the voice is. You know, old Blue Eyes. The chairman of the board? Sinatra, man.
The guy's been dead for 20 years.
Well, you're gonna remember the name Gordo Frizz just like old Blue Eyes. I ain't on the Marquis of Early's just yet, but it's coming, I promise you.
What you want? I'm busy.
Listen to me.
Busy, busy. You not delivery man. You go away. Distraction all day.
Busy, busy.
Never stop. Loud noises on the street. Beep, beep, boom, 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 boom. Always make me rub eyes.
That'd be Dermo design burning to the ground.
Huh? What of Marathi?
He didn't make it.
You leave now, okay? Very busy. Must work. Must work.
What's Sebastian been up to lately?
Sebastian? He do what always do, nervous system. Very important to Dr. Terrell.
Where do I find him?
He had old building down the alley. Bradbury Hotel, I think. You walk down the alley, you find it.
You mentioned twins.
Yes, yes. Luther and Lance, Siamese twins, live about Marathi.
They're genetic designers?
Were. Till last month. Got the boot, shit can.
From who?
Big boss, who else? Anybody tell them? You go ask them. I waste no more time. You think I nose around everybody's business, huh?
Maraji's some kind of DNA designer?
Yeah, subcontractor like me. He funny though, like old movies. Maraji master chef. Twins go crazy when he cooks.
What about this Lance? What kind of guy is he?
Why, he like Luther, only different. Don't know which.
That's so?
One long hair, talk a lot, always make deal. Other more quiet, work much harder.
What kind of deals?
Sell this, sell that, no matter what.
Tuukko ei käy ihan täysillä.
Very hard to take, no trust, no way.
Did Lance sell something to Runsiter?
Who? Never heard of Runsiter. No time for charades. Sound like this, sound like that, look like this.
Sorry to bother you.
Hello.
It was some kind of freakish toy, half mechanical, half organic. Rep technology for sure, but no one was going to give me any retirement bonus for it.
Kone.
Resuming interrupted print job.
DNA research, incept dates, a lot of jargon, but I'd bet my spinner it was valuable to somebody. It was some kind of freakish toy, half mechanical, half organic. Rep technology for sure.
Spooky.
I couldn't tell who was winning and I didn't much care. Chess was a little slow for me. I didn't have time to stop for synthetic eggs. I remember tasting a real one back when I was a kid. It was like liquid sunshine. Damn tasty.
Liquid sunshine. Joo. Näinpä, että ei tuu Liquid Sunshine, ensimmäisenä kuulostetaan hyvää. Siellä juoksi joku. Paskas vaan kun ei oo oma.
That'll do, Sadiq.
Enough!
Oh, you think he found us, man?
One of the design subcons must have talked. Unstable personalities, to say the least.
Told you we should have blown up the old block.
It would have created problems down the line.
We got problem now, man.
This one, he's not a problem. He's an opportunity. You're weak, my friend. I expected so much more from you.
I'm thinking our brother not hearing too good.
Oh, he hears us. Isn't that right, McCoy?
You ready to give up fruitless nightmare, man? Come back to family?
He doesn't have a choice. He never did.
Let me kill him, man.
No.
Aika tässä odotellessa, kun tää pyörii, niin
We got no time to
hakemassa
be
juomista.
patient. The gal, she's sick. She not gonna get no better.
That's where you're wrong, Sadiq. She will live.
Maybe. But this one, he got it coming bad.
Believe me, he's the least of our problems.
You're talking crazy. The hunter be dangerous.
A fool sees not the same tree a wise man sees.
I'm no fool, man.
You must have a little faith, my friend. Without contraries is no progression.
How can you trust any of their kind?
We have been manipulated by them, correct? Now they're going to see exactly what lies on the other side of the horizon.
you can.
How long have I been here, Lucy?
How do you know my name?
I saw your things at Runsiter's. Did you feel bad when they killed those animals?
They were so pretty and sweet. I hoped Father wouldn't do it. But Mr. Runsiter deserved retribution. That's what Father said.
Why?
'Cause he treated me bad. Like I belonged to him.
I'm sorry.
Are you really the hunter? Like Father says?
It's my job.
Why? What do you have against us?
Nothing, it's just...
Niin tuo oli sitä mitä ihme Lolita-sarjaa.
I promise you I won't.
Father will be back soon.
No niin. Tämähän menee hyvin. Reiluja jätkiä, kun ei vie asetta pois.
It felt and smelled like real cheese. Dairy products were choice contraband, scarce and mucho expensive. Selling them was a Class A felony. Hysteria Hall was an arcade down near Nightclub Row. Nothing else there.
Missä päästiin ampumaan se tyyppi? Päästiin ampumaan, sehän kuulostaa ihan kuin olisi haettu sitä. Me saatiin sitä kyllä palkkaa.
You let him in my room?
They had a warrant, mister. What was I supposed to do?
They took my pictures.
Couldn't stop them.
How about me? You think I'm easy to stop? Who the hell are you?
McCoy, LPD.
LPD, huh? Maybe you guys can return something to me.
How do you know we got it?
One of your own. Invaded my property. Bad haircut. Stupid coat. The other guy.
What other guy?
Don't play dumb.
What about him?
Nothing. I just thought you were gonna arrest me, that's all.
I don't care about your little run-in with the manager, okay? I'm looking for a couple of replicants.
Can't help you there, friend.
Maybe the clerk can tell me who was renting that room back there. Why were you hassling him?
You let these creeps in my room. I'm a very private person.
What do they got against you?
Nothing, friend. I ain't done nothing.
We're all innocents, aren't we?
Damn straight. And I don't like people asking questions either.
Just help me out here a little more. You seen a big Rasta guy around here? Or a guy with a beard and dark eyes?
Rasta guy.
A Rasta? What's that?
He's got dreadlocks. Talks with an accent.
Oh. No, I ain't seen no one like that. Look, my mother's waiting for me. You stick around. Maybe the manager will come back.
Rasta guy.
I didn't know who was working this side of the pool, but whoever it was, they'd been pretty thorough going through the joint. I doubted if there was anything I could find that hadn't already been snagged and bagged. Nothing.
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 Yeah.
The wrapper was from a vendor I knew. Best lichen dogs in the 4th sector. That wasn't saying a whole lot, but with an arcade next door and a dozen nightclubs down the street, Mia and Murray's stand saw more action in a night than my spinster aunt saw all last century. The car looked a lot like the one I'd been tracking. The driver had been smart enough to pull the license plate, but the vehicle identification number was still there. If I ran it through the mainframe back at the station, I could ID the owner.
Noniin. Metsästäjä. Mitä tuli tänne? Ei, meidän pitäisi... Se meidän auto, se on jäänyt sinne. Pääsekö täältä? Joo, okei, hyvä. Aha.
Hey, you killed anyone yet? Hey. Tough day, McCoy.
Minkäs vuoteen... Minkä vuoteen se alkuperäinen Blade Runner-leffa sijoittukaan?
Yes?
I'm looking for J.F. Sebastian.
That's me.
McCoy, LPD. You had a break-in?
I don't think I called anyone.
I was already here. I was chasing one of the perpetrators.
Well, everything's all right now. I'm pretty sure I can handle it.
You may think you can, but believe
2020, niinkö se oli?
Better if I check it out.
Meillä lukee, kun tää sijoittuu vuoteen 2019.
I don't think they took anything. I don't really have anything here of any value.
You work for Tyrell Corporation?
Yes, sir.
Eli nää sijoittui samaan vuoteen.
Design engineers for Dr. Tyrell. He's a very nice man. You know, he even fronted me the money to buy this building. It's a landmark, you know. You really should see the front edifice. They put some amazing detail into it.
You feeling all right?
Oh, sure. I'm fine.
You wouldn't be hiding anybody, would you?
No, sir. There's nobody here but me and my friends.
What friends?
Good evening, Gia.
Evening, General. See? I make friends.
He almost looks real.
He's plenty real enough for me. And real good company, too.
Look, I gotta check the premises again. Maybe they left something behind.
Well, if you want to take a look, go on ahead. I can't stop you. But please be careful in my lab.
You got it. You know the design subcons down on the row, Miraji and Chu?
I've heard of them, but I've never seen them.
Aika pelattavasti tommosia liikkuisi kotona.
And I never go down to the row.
You ever work with a Dr. Eisenduller?
We're in different fields. I'm in basic biogenetic design, and he works on the practical application of off-world physics. He seems to be a very nice man.
Who happens to be dead.
Dead?
He was murdered, probably by a replicant.
But replicants aren't allowed on Terra.
But they're here, nonetheless. And who do you think they'll start looking for next? How well do you know Dr. Tyrell?
Oh, I'm not sure anyone really knows him. But I can tell you this, he's a great man.
No varmaan robotti, joo, mutta jos mä ymmärsin, eikö se sanonut, että no osittain robotti ja osittain niissä sanotaan replikantti. Että ne niinku tuntuu elävältä.
You play?
I don't have the patience for chess.
Ja se tekee sitä vähän semmoisen niinku...
You learn something new every time.
Yes.
Such as?
Every single move must be taken very seriously. Otherwise, you've lost before you've even begun.
What do you think the deal was with Runciter and the twins?
Deal? I don't think I understand.
Runciter was paying the twins for something. I saw the cash hidden inside a statue.
How would I know?
Come on, Sebastian. I heard you on the machine. You guys are buddies, right?
There were rumors that the twins were selling some of the animal prototypes to him.
You think that had something to do with their being fired?
Dr. Tyrell doesn't like anyone going around behind his back.
So, Tyrell would really be pissed if he knew Luther and Lance were helping renegade replicants.
You're a Blade Runner, aren't you?
Bingo.
But you said you were here about the burglary.
The guys who broke in might be replicants.
What in the world would a replicant want from me?
You worked on the Nexus 6 series, didn't you?
Just a little bit.
Would you say that the 6s are smarter than the old 4s and 5s?
They're supposed to be. Stronger and more agile, too.
So maybe they want to learn more about themselves. Maybe they want to pick your brain about their brains.
I think you should leave now, Mr. McCoy.
Okay. Puhun vielä.
Got the straight scoop for me, or what?
I think you should leave now, Mr. McCoy.
Aha. No, ei sitten. Taas nopeampi reitti tulla tuolta. On muistaakseni se. Tää on tullut takaisin.
Hey pal, you could have done something when that goon had me by the throat. Call the cops at least.
You're still walking and breathing, aren't you?
That ain't the point.
You scratch our back, we'll scratch yours.
Nice friggin' policy.
You don't like it? Get a permit somewhere else.
Lousy cops.
Tää on reilu jätkä.
Down the hall on your left.
What?
You're a cop, right? Your buddies have already been here, room 27.
What were they doing here?
I don't ask a lot of questions when a badge is shoved in my face.
You have a big guy with a strange-looking mustache staying here? He worked at Howie Lee's around the corner.
I don't break a lot of bread with the class of people that pass through here. But if you want to look around, check out some rooms, be my guest.
You seen any suspicious types around here lately?
Ollie, that's all I do see. You think this is a Club Med or something?
You seen any suspicious types around here lately?
Ollie, that's all I do see. You think this is a Club Med or something?
Olikohan täällä mitään uutta? Iltaa reisini. Joo. Yksi on tapettu. No ei se niinku tässä päätehty. Eihän tän juonen pääidea oo kyllä metsästään niitä, mutta... Tai no joo. Pitkästä aikaa hauska pelata tätä. Ei ollenkaan huono. Ei ollenkaan huono. Ootahan. Mikäs tämä oli? Tämä oli tämä. Tämä vei. Tänne joo ei. Toi viimeinen, mitäs sul... Mitä reisinin viikonloppu on mennyt? Joo, ei tänne, ei. Joo, no. Ja ei pitäisi voi muuta sanoa kuin, että jaksamista ja voimia. Toivottavasti se vähitellen siitä vähän paranee, niin sitten saa vähän elämäkin vähän semmoista tasaisuutta tai rauhaa, vai olisiko oikein termi? En tiedä.
He said Pat doesn't have a mink coat. She's got a good Republican cloth coat. That's all.
You're wrong.
You guys still battling it out?
That's what keeps our marriage alive and kicking, Ray. What can we do you for?
The works.
Come and ride up. You know anything about politics, Ray? Famous quotes, things like that?
I try not to.
How about the checker speech?
Never heard of it.
Hoover's checker speech.
Nixon's checker speech.
You're forgetting a lot, your old age.
Right behind you, lady.
You seen a girl around here, about 14, with pink hair? Maybe in the arcade.
I was 14 with pink hair once. A long time ago.
Don't think he means you.
Of course not. Not now. We work outside Hysteria Hall, don't we? Well, we must see 20, 30 girls a day with pink hair.
And every other color in the rainbow.
You know where I could score some cheese? Like this stuff?
Boy, don't flash that around here.
He's the police, sweetie.
Besides, the kids today just as soon twist a knife in your backside as to ask for chinion for the tram home.
Cheese.
Show that cheese around here, you become a marked man.
Who sells it?
No, we aren't asking for any trouble, Ray.
I'm not working bunco, I just want some information.
That nutty broad who runs Kingston Kitchen. She's always bragging about her special ingredient.
That stew she makes, it always did taste a little gamey.
And she charges an arm and leg for it, too.
I found this wrapper.
Yeah, that's from one of our dogs.
Be good, you two.
Se on harmittaa vaan, että tulee tulevaisuuspelikuvat ynnä muut vaan sen takia, koska oispa nykyäänkin tommosia pelihalleja, arcadeja.
Admiring that bishy cat, ain't you? I don't blame you. It's a classic ride in a deluxe sport package. It'll push 125 without so much as a shake.
Oispa arcade pelihalleja.
Gotta find the road for it.
That's always the problem.
Crazy Legs, Larry Hirsch. Pleased to meet you.
Ray McCoy.
You can call me Crazy, you can call me Larry. You can even call me Crazy Legs Larry.
Niin, tuolla se ongelma noissa on aina vähän se, että
okay.
Vaikka itselleen sanoo, että eihän tässä ole mitään järkeä, niin eipä sille voi mitään, jos tunteet tai mieli vähän sanoo eri tavalla. Vaikka kuinka itse tajuaisi, että ei kannattaisi näin olla. Tampara Vekera, mitä sinne hoax.
You see it? That's actual chrome, the real stuff. They saved a couple hundred sheets of Tijuana chrome from before the war. It's completely legal and
maailmalla on kun meitä enemmän, niin sitä löytyy tommosia arcade-laitteita tai baareja, arcade-tiloja ynnä muita, mutta Suomessa on vähän heikosti. On se Helsingissä taitaa olla. Helsinki taitaa olla muistaakseni joku paikka, mutta vähenee koko ajan. Kävihän mä kesällä pyörähin siinä Laukaa-hovissa, niin siellä oli jonkun verran.
I hope you got paperwork for all these vehicles.
Mutta silleen niinku siihen tyyliin, että kun selkeä niinku pelihalli.
I take that as a yes.
You can take it any way you want. Just don't take it
jos olisi vaan pelejä, mutta en mä tiedä. Olet rehellisiä. Pystyykö semmoinen pyörimään? Aika paljon pitäisi mitään olla käyttöön, myyntiä ja muuta. Tai sen pitää toimia jopa niin kuin hyväntekeväisyys tai tällä joku järjestön kautta. Sitten pitäisi, kukahan sitä jaksaisi pyörittää vapaa-ajalla. No. Joo. Sitä oli itse asiassa Sukoi tässä niin. Sitä muistaakseni oli lehdessä joku juttu, että nyt oli ongelmana vähän tämän koronan takia. Että se oli ihan ok, ne oli vaihtanut paikkaa isompaan tilaa, kaikkea muuta, mutta sitten Comet Conquer Red Alert. Joo, siellä päätään Red Alerttia. Tommonenhan se just on. Niin ja toki koronahoitokävijöitä ei ole niin vähän ongelmissa. Red Alert Arcade-peli uskon. Miksei? Westwoodin pelihalli. Se oli 2019 vuosi, oli ihmeellinen vuosi. Ihmeellinen peilihalli, kun ihan tällä yhtään peilejä missä. Enemmän tuo itse enemmän miltään peilihalli, tuo enemmän että joltain laser zone alueelta. Tässä tähän pitäisikö puhua uuden levelin noin? Tuolta pitäisi löytää se nuori tyttö.
Be good, you two.
Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Just fine, Crazy.
You've been thinking about the cat, haven't you? I don't blame I, which is
samat asiat.
I hope you got paperwork for all these
you can take.
Puhuttiin aikaisemmin tuo.
I hope you got
Joo. Mitäs täällä oliko? Ei mitään.
That sucks.
Olipa hyvin sanottu. Pitääkö uudelleen heittää tuo äsken? Se muistakin sillä tavalla oli, että jollain tavalla kun tän juoksi läpi, niin se jollain tavalla latasi uudelleen. Saattoi olla, että se ilmestyi sinne paikalle. Löydyhän nyt. No ei nyt näytä olevan. No käydään tekemässä jotain muuta sillä välin. Ehkä se pamahtaa uudelleen tänne. Meillä on se. Missä se nyt olikaan? Tuolla.
Is this scale from a fish?
Same as other ones. Not fish. Snake scale.
What other one?
Other police show me scale from same snake. I send him to Abdul Hassan.
How could you tell I was police?
Both of you walking around look confused, like you in wrong place.
Any luck finding more of that dragonfly jewelry?
Oh, see, I was right.
Joo, taitais mennä.
This you show me was part of a collection, bought for a nightclub in 4th sector.
You know the name of the nightclub owner?
No, senor. But my friend, he says...
Kun toinen kävi kysymässä. Kukahan se olisi?
How's business?
Good, very good. Holidays coming soon. Everyone wants insects.
Yeah, I can't imagine a better stocking stuffer.
No joululahja. Hyönteinen. Why not?
Mia and Murray tell me you're using cheese in your stew. Real cheese.
Them old buzzards. What they know?
I could take a sample of that stew you're cooking back to the lab and have it tested.
Why you pick on Mama Isabella? I never do you no harm.
Where'd you get it?
My sister. She got connections.
Where can I find her?
She back in Jamaica, man. Far away from here. She send me cheese once, maybe twice a month. You know, funny thing you asking about the cheese. Last week, this ugly little man, he run by, grab whole box of empty takeout cartons right off the counter. Police next door,
cheese.
They just laugh. Say the guy'd not be so happy when he opened them cartons.
What's that have to do with the cheese?
Cheese hidden in that box, man. Keeping it safe till I cook up a new batch. So how could I tell police to bring back the box? They find cheese, they shut me down.
Cheese.
This guy who robbed you, what did he look like?
Short, real short. Bad clothes, colors way too bright. Funny bow tie. Maybe you look for this ugly little thief, yeah? I'm thinking you not really care about the cheese.
You're right, but I still think you ought to get yourself a different secret ingredient.
You bet, man. That cheese been nothing but trouble for Mama Isabella.
Mama Isabella. Etkö mitään muuta?
Thanks for your time.
Ei.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Käydäpä huiksen katsoa, onko meillä kämpillä tullut jotain.
Your floor number, please.
McCoy, 88F.
88.
Anne koiraa käydä ruokkimassa.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time. No messages. I'm in demand.
Oikee koira, mitä se käytti? Vuoden palkan. Sen koiran. Olisiko se ilmestynyt se tyttö? Toivottavasti. Ei näy. Varalta juostaa vielä kerran tuo. Jos ei, se lähdetään toisen paikkaan. Pelataan on hyvä Tyrell-yhteisö huolimatta. No. Aina pitää olla. Pitää muistaa, että se on kasari puolen leffoja, kun joskus puhuttiin siitä, että siihen aikaan oli aika pelkoa Japanista ja isojen korporaatioiden ja yritysten niin kuin vallasta. Ja niinhän ne melkein kaikissa niissä alkaa olemaan Alienissa ja tässä on ja ties kyberpunk, kirjallisuus, valtavia isoja noita yhtiöitä, mitkä käyttää suurempaa valtaa kuin valtiot ja kaikkea muuta. No voisiko olla? No ei voi. No, sitten sitä ei tällä kertaa ole täällä. Ehkä se on taas arvottu juttu. Muistelen vaan, että ainakin itse paljon aikoinaan niin tuolla olisi ollut. No. Eipä se haittaa. Niin. Ja rajatu elämä. Siis rajatumman elämä. Ah. Mitäs täällä on? Ah, ei tänne.
I remember early Q used to call himself a humanitarian because he'd recruit orphans for his sex club, then donate a percentage of their salary to his favorite animal propagation lab. Yeah, he was a real piece of work.
No. Ollaan nyt realistisia, niin semmonen tilannehan voi kelle tahansa tulla.
You can do better than that.
No, it's true. Mr. Q sent me a vid just yesterday. Getting the hell of a tan he is.
Hurley's waiting on me.
Sod off. You got no appointment.
Mutta se, että sulle on periaatteessa keinotekoisesti luotu tommonen rajoite, niin se on siinä varmaan se ikävä.
Hurley's waiting on me.
Sod off. You got no appointment and you got no warrant.
Joku on vaan päättänyt, että se on 4 vuotta.
Hey, man.
You're that cat from Howie Lee's. McCoy, right? We keep bumping into each other. You want an autograph? I know you ain't heard me yet, but Gordo Frizz's autograph's gonna be worth a pile of chinion someday.
I'll hold my breath. I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
Man, don't you got anything better to do than hassle innocent people at their place of work? Make it snappy, okay?
I really appreciate your patience. You know the chef at Howie's?
That big, flabby guy? Never seen him before.
You were hanging around right when he took off.
Pure coincidence. You are one hell of a suspicious cat, McCoy. Kick back, relax, watch my show. Take a little break from your boring existence. Hey, is everybody having a good time tonight? What does a marriage and a tornado have in common? First, there's a lot of sucking and blowing, and then you lose your house. You know what my first wife's nickname was? Twister. A doctor calls up his patient. I got bad news and I got worse news. The bad news is you only got 24 hours to live. The patient says, what could be be worse than that. The doctor says, I've been trying to reach you since yesterday. Guess what happens to a replicant who does his job really well? Early retirement, baby. I see we got a celebrity in the audience. Can I get a spot, please? That's right. It's one of the boys from the local Blade Runner unit. One of the LPD's finest, Ray McCoy. Let's give a big hand for Rep Detect McCoy. He's protecting us poor slobs, ladies and gentlemen. He even thinks you're a replicant. He can waste you right where you stand. Nice job, eh, detective?
It doesn't quite work that way.
Doesn't, eh? What if I pretended to be a replicant?
That just an excuse for your lousy act, Gordo?
That snake dancer that worked here, Zora, she was a rep. And her picture's gonna be on every front page tomorrow.
Too bad she'll never read it.
How are you sure someone's a rep, detective?
Taas viittaus elokuva.
Test. What
Kärpit
replicant's
tanssi.
gonna sit still for a test?
If I'm trying to question someone and he runs, that's a pretty good sign.
Could be a pretty good sign that you need to bathe more often.
Misius.
Do what you gotta do.
He went down too easy. Just one shot. I got the cold cut boys down here, and they performed the bone marrow on him.
Aha. 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 Voi jumalauta. Tehdäänpäs tämä nyt nopeet. Pahoittelen. Tehdään tämä on hyvin nopeet. Ei helvetti se on.
Nothing else there.
Muista tallentaa, velikulta. Muista
They had a warrant, mister. What was I
Muista tallentaa.
I didn't know, but whoever, I doubt. Nothing.
Okei, jostain sinne kohtaan, missä oltiin. No niin, se tulee takaisin. Jonkun aikaa. Jonkun matka. Ei nyt valtavasti.
The car looked a lot like the drop at the V. If I ran. The rapper was from. That wasn't with an Armia.
Ei nyt niin valtavasti kuin voisi olla. Tän. Ei niin valtavasti kuin voisi olla. Luojan kiitos. Se on vaan, tää ei mene pitkään sen takia, kun skipataan täysin nämä keskustelut, niin nehän ei vie tässä aikaa. Näitä sattuu.
Yes.
I was well. You.
I don't think you work. You no, sir. What? See you. Well,
you know that. You ever who had he was but there and who? How? But you're not.
Other. How come you think? But the one you just which there's maybe.
Näitä sattuu.
Got the straight scoop for me?
No niin hyvä. Toittu tämä. Sitten käydään vielä juttelemassa sinne sen motellin pitäjälle. Sitten lennetään sinne takaisin sinne arcade-paikkaan. Niin ei sikäli niinku pitkä kaukana ollut.
Hey, pal, you could have... You don't... Down... What? I don't... You seen it? You seen it?
No niin, hyvä. Tallennella kohta taas. Käy se kai animoidissa, hoitetaan se ekan. Kun systeristä saahan se yksi tieto. Noniin.
It was the trickster. He said Pat doesn't have an income. She's got a good report.
You guys don't... You see... You know what? I found... Be good.
Noniin.
It's a killer, I kid you not. Only 35,000. Yeah, red, orange, blue.
Tuli huomata, ei kovin kauas jouduttu kuitenkaan.
Just give me 24 to hose the graffiti off. Just kidding. Ask for the man, Crazy Legs Larry, to Lou. I don't blame you. It's a classic ride in a deluxe. It'll be
That's great.
But don't.
Looks like...
You see this? And I don't.
I hope you can take...
Noniin. Tehdäänkö tallennus tähän kohtaan. Taas varalta. Näkyykö sitä täällä nyt? Tällä kertaa ei. Tehdään vielä tämä tsekkaus. Tämä tsekkaus vielä varalta. Jos ensin mennään sinne animoidiin kyselemään niistä juustoista ja sen jälkeen palataan tuonne äskeiseen paikkaan. Sinne yöklubi. Tai iltaklubin paikka. Di. Tämän takia muistakaa lapset, aina kannattaa tallentaa ajoissa ja sopivalla hetkellä. Joo. Eli arvota, olin täysin tässä pelissä, että siellä ei Lucy ei tuu. Sitten hoidetaan tämä. Luojan kiitos, että pystyy nämä keskustelut skippaamaan. Mennäpäs tätä kautta.
Mia and Murray tell me you're using... I could... Where'd you... Or... What's... Here? Thanks for your... Any luck? How's business? How's business? Yeah.
Mitä? Valitaan panoksen taso. Se tuli osettu. Joo. Tuolla kun ampuu, niin pitäisi nyt ainakin huonosti käydä. Nyt ollaan täällä taas. Tarina jatkuu. Jos vielä täällä puhumassa käydään nopeita skipit tästä.
I remember early Cuban.
Hey, well, early.
Noin. Kun tuo biitti kuulostaa täältä alkoi pultti poisissa vai missä oli se alkutunnari? No nyt ei enää. Savea.
Hey man.
Muistaakseni tää punatakkinen tyyppikin voi olla replikantti tässä. Mutta kuten nähtiin, niin ei. En muista. Jos mä sanon tuo kävely on tommonen... Pitäis opetella tuo, onko mä kävelisin aina tuolla?
The doctor calls up his patient. I got bad news and I got worse news. The bad news is you only got 24 hours to live. The patient says, what could be worse than that? The doctor says, I've been trying to reach you since yesterday. Guess what happens to a replicant who does his job really well? Early retirement, baby. I see we got a celebrity in the audience. Can I get a spot, please? That's right. It's one of the boys from the local Blade Runner unit.
One of the LAPD's
finest, Ray McCoy. Let's give a big hand for Rep Detect McCoy. He's protecting us poor slobs, ladies and gentlemen.
Onkohan...
He even thinks you're a
Onko Racingilla
He
klippejä?
can waste you right where you stand. Nice job, eh, detective?
It doesn't quite work that way.
Doesn't, eh?
On.
What if I pretended to be a replicant?
That's just an excuse for your lousy act, Gordo?
That snake dancer that worked here, Zora, she was a rep, and her picture's gonna be on every front page tomorrow.
Too bad she'll never read it.
How are you sure someone's a rep, detective?
Kill.
There's a test.
Test? What replicant's gonna sit still for a
Kill.
test?
If I'm trying to question someone and he runs, that's a pretty good sign.
Could be a pretty good sign that you need to bathe more often.
Nyt ei pidä ampusta.
Do what you gotta do, McCoy. If you gotta shoot, that's cool. Come on, McCoy. Why don't you make me famous?
Get off it. You're no replicant.
How do you know? I could be a martyr for the cause, baby.
Every rep I've ever seen wants to live, not die, pal.
What are you, an expert?
I've been around. You may not be a rep, but you're a damn rep sympathizer for sure. Now we're gonna take a little ride downtown.
Yeah? And what? You'll put me on that Voight comp machine? My 15 minutes of fame, baby. It ain't as good as being gunned down in the street, but what the hell?
You keeping busy, pal?
Show's over, baby! And there ain't gonna be no encore!
You keeping busy? Please leave.
Aha. Eli pantiin samaan selliin tyypin kanssa, jolla on vieläkin joku katana kannos. Miksei?
Mainframe and shooting range.
Käypäs täällä. Oliko tullut uusia kuvia? Ei.
Uploading personal clue database.
The mainframe confirmed what I'd already guessed. The car from Chinatown was the same vehicle that had smacked the hydrant at Runsitter's. The car was registered to a Blake Williams. Problem was, there was no Blake Williams. Something about the name was familiar, but I couldn't place it. I was back to square one. The only lead I had left was that Williams had bought the vehicle from a used car lot in the 4th sector.
Puhumaan uudelleen sille. Uudelleen puhumaan sille yhdelle tyypille. Varalta. Eli hyvä vankila, semmonen humaani vankila. Tsemppaava semmonen. Sä pysyt siihen, kun sä ajattelet itses toiseen paikkaan. Semmonen Sarasvuo omistama vankila. No ei Sarasvuo. Eräinen mies nykyään.
Hey Ray, how you doing?
Just fine, Crazy.
You've been thinking about the cat, haven't you? I know, and I ain't, which is definitely
Throwing a bit
of sweat.
Not just. You sell a black sedan a few days ago?
Family type cars ain't my specialty. I can hook you up though if that's really what you want.
You sold this to a Blake Williams. I've seen the registration.
Oh, that sedan.
Blake Williams is a fake name.
You just never know about some people.
Did you forget to run a credit check?
He paid cash.
And people come in here and buy cars with cash every day.
In this neighborhood, every hour is more like it. But then again, I do have the best selection in town.
What'd this guy look like?
Nothing special. Beard, dark hair, had these eyes, kinda...
Piercing?
Yeah, pretty scary. But heck, I never turn away a customer.
I hope you got paperwork for all these vehicles.
Tsekataan vielä kerran, oisko ilmestynyt toi jälkeen. Nope. Sitten palaamme sinne bilepaikkaan. Tallennus taas varalta. Koska musta jossain joku pelikerran tuo punatakkinen lähti karkuun päästöstä pidemmälle.
Early's waiting on me.
Sod off.
Haven't I seen you around here before? Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you. How old are you? Not the talkative type. Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
Nonni.
Early, how's it hanging?
Thick, slick, and hard as a brick. How's yours, General?
Your man gave me a hard time out there.
I like Hanoi, but I can't deny his sphincter's a little tight.
What's on tap tonight?
Classy shows all evening, General. You're going to be able to cut diamonds down there or your money back.
You buy some jewelry at an auction recently? Real old, elite stuff?
Who's asking? You ain't with robbery homicide.
No, sir.
Those pieces ain't hot. I got the papers to prove it. I picked them up at legitimate auction. Cost me nearly a pound of flesh, too.
You give this stuff to a girlfriend, Early?
You kidding? I ain't that stupid. No.
Semmonen paikka.
Dancers use the stuff in her act. Kind of a tribute to the ancient swamp land.
Eddie innostui oikein.
Which dancer?
Heck, you bet.
Eddie vaan, this is my kind of show.
One of my biggest earners, too. She ain't any trouble now, is she?
Pitääkö tässä kohta vaihtaa kategoriaa kuule Amme? Amme lähetyksessä.
Hey, Early.
I'm working right now, General. Ask me later.
What's your name? What's your name?
No se...
What's your pleasure, sir?
The highest octane.
One Venus iTrap coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly the ever ebullient
Katsopa tähän lauantana.
the wondrous, mysterious
Vauhtilauantaa.
singing and performing the sacred Thanatos dance of the ancient swamp.
Nyt on aika... Helposti me käymään vessassa. Shake it, baby. No niin. Mitäs täällä on? Nothing. Aiku joo.
Sod off. You got no appointment and you got no...
Burley's waiting on me.
Sod.
Siihen tuo.
Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
Sod off, McCoy. I've got no time for...
Eikös tässä... Joo. Tää menee eri tavalla, mihin mä oon tottunut. Ihan eri tavalla siihen, mihin mä oon tottunut. Eikö se mene sitten ylös? Tonne pääs. Joo.
That's strange. I didn't hear a knock.
I just wanted to say, wow, you were awe-inspiring.
Well, thank you very much, Mr.
McCoy. Ray McCoy.
Is there something I can do for you, Mr. McCoy?
That's such an unusual belt. Is it antique?
They say it's from the last century. Those little creatures have always been my favorites.
Dragonflies?
Yes. And the whole class that contains them.
Tell you the truth, I'm from the LPD. I'd like to ask you a few questions if I could.
Is this about early Q?
Oh, really?
Because I could tell you.
Did any other pieces come with the belt?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
There's a little test I'd like you to take.
Do you think I'm a replicant? Is that what this is about? If it's early Q, I'll help you any way you want.
Not exactly.
This is insane. I have a family, a daughter for heaven's sake. Look, I'm willing to testify against early Q. A replicant wouldn't do that, would it?
A replicant doesn't necessarily care about what happens to another replicant.
Then you must be a replicant.
I'm sure I'm not.
How do you know you're not a replicant? Did you ever take that test yourself?
Sure I did. Long time ago.
Don't replicants go around with false memories? Maybe somewhere along the line you killed a human, took his place, and your superiors don't even know about it.
Interesting idea. But I'm still gonna give you the test.
Taas mennä. Taas mennä. Aloitetaan kevyellä.
Reaction time is a fact. Where do you live?
I don't see why you need to.
Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
She did the best she could.
That's not a single word.
All right. Aggressive. Powerful.
You're visiting the dentist. At the receptionist's desk is a huge bowl of fresh-cut flowers.
I probably wouldn't do anything. It's not like he has pictures of dead animals on his wall.
Still, it's illegal to pick flowers.
I thought this test was to determine whether or not I'm a replicant.
It is.
If I need a civics lesson, I'll go back to school.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
I'd ask him who did it, and I'd call the boy's mother.
What do you think it's like to be a replicant?
How would I know? Scary, I suppose.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
That's horrible.
Ihan oikeesti.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a large black spider crawling up the wall.
Spiders frighten me. I'd call animal services and keep away from it until they arrived.
How old are you?
35.
Positive result. Subject is human.
Jännä. Kun mä oon pelattu tätä kerran, niin tää oli replikantti. Lähti karkuun.
Hello, it's JF Sebastian. I hope you
Vaikka
guys
oli
are all
ihminen.
right.
Onkohan se nyt? Muistaakseni. Ei. Ajatella. Siitä kyllä hyvä peli, että kun tähän on tehty näitä tämmösiä niinku arvottuja juttuja, niin se johtaa sitten siihen, että joka kerta menee vähän eri tavalla. Että mulla tässä on tapahtunut aika paljon semmosia, mitä minä en muista. Olisi tapahtunut mulla koskaan aikaisemmin pelikerralla. Sä mitään niinku otettavaa. Tossa olikin.
Never seek to tell thy love that never told can be. Poetry. Was running into a lot of that crap lately.
Nothing more to find.
Kukas oli tuo runo? Mikä se juosu? Tuossa pöydällä ei näy mitään. Nothing. No ei ole varmaan muuta. Ei, tämä on yhä tiellä.
Early's waiting on me.
Sod off. You got no appointment and you got no warrant.
Jännä. Okei. Mihinkähän sitä pitäisi sitten mennä? On se muuttunut se hysteriapaikka jo. No niin, nyt se on täällä.
You're sick, Lucy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Father told me to watch out for you.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Have you always lived on Terra?
Yes.
I always dreamed Terra would be so special and beautiful. Birds and flowers and trees and blue water. Like on the video. So different from everything on, well, where I was.
Why'd they kill Runsitter's animals?
I didn't want them to. But Father, he was so angry. And Sadiq said Mr. Runsitter deserved it for treating me that way. It's so funny. I'm worth less than those animals. I guess I should hate them, but I don't.
So, all the animals were real?
Mr. Runsitter also used to buy some of the others.
Artificial.
He used to tell me that he was protected, that they came from somebody close to the source.
Who else was there that night?
Father and Uncle Zubin.
Can you take me to your father?
I don't think he'd like that. I don't know where he is, anyway.
Come with me. I've got a test I want you to take.
Help! Help! He tried to touch me!
This a troublemaker? Put your hands on top of your head.
That's right. Ray McCoy, Rep DTEC, BR 61661.
Never heard of you.
I report to Lieutenant Guza. Call him.
I work for you? Let's go.
Where's your squad car?
Shut your mouth.
Which precinct are we going to?
I'll tell you which one.
Huh?
This was no precinct house I'd ever been in, and I thought I'd been in them all. The grunt to my right had the beefy harness bull look down pat, and his twitchy partner in the suit looked like he was just itching to chainsaw a couple of kneecaps. Other than that, everything was hunky-dory.
Impersonating a police officer, huh? I guess the new Nexus models are a little more creative than the old ones.
I'm a Blade Runner. You don't believe me? Call Lieutenant Guza.
There ain't no Guza in the LPD.
Unless I've been walking around in a dream, there is.
That's what always bugs me. Yeah, the fact that these skin jobs always gotta live someone else's life.
No shit.
Just make the call, damn it.
You're just a piece of shit rep with memory implants of this Guza guy, you understand?
That's impossible.
Rep ain't sounding so creative now, huh?
You want to avoid conf me? Be my guest.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very convincing. Where you been hiding? The Kipple? Gregorian bring you in? Who else is working that side of the pool these days?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What about that bastard selling all that stuff downtown?
Hey, shut your trap. I'll tell you something, McCoy. I don't even care how you go out. But I know you can feel pain. And on that account, I'm your man, see? You tell me about everyone you met through cars, and I'll guarantee you we'll go real easy.
Your breath smells like you wiped your ass with your teeth.
You're gonna wish you was neck-deep in an off-road reactor vessel by the time I get through with you. Fire up the chair, Holly. You know what I'm gonna come back as in my next life? A priest. There's something holy about how good I am
this.
Freeze! Don't even go for it.
Aha. Se on semmonen ampuja.
You got any idea how glad I am to see you?
No time for chit chat, Slim. You want to save your ass? We gotta blow this joint right now.
Ja, juoni muuttu. Juoni muuttui heti kummasti ja tunnelma.
Locked. Locked.
What the hell took you so long?
Good thing you made your entrance when you did. They must have been phony cops hired by the reps for protection.
Cops, yes. Phony, no. I remembered Baker. He used to be an SID expert on coercive technique until he was fired from the force a couple years ago.
A mercenary?
Bingo.
You won't have to worry about getting paid no more.
That girl, the one from the arcade. She's one of them.
You sure? I didn't get a chance to put her on the machine.
I've been sure since I heard about all those dead animals in Renster's shop. You should have whacked her when you had the chance.
Yeah, right in front of all the other children in the arcade. That would have been great publicity.
I bet she's still there, Slim. You coming or not?
Right behind you.
Just follow my lead, Slim.
There's civilians all over the place.
Yeah, they move pretty fast, don't they?
I'll take care of it. You just cover the exit.
Who's giving?
This one's mine, Steel. I tracked it. I get the kill.
Tää menee ihan eri tavalla kuin mitä mulla on ollut. Oikeesti. Semmonen koijari.
I dreamed I had a dog and lived by a lake.
Easy money. You missed the boat this time, Slim.
Hope we were right about her.
I wouldn't worry about it. No matter how smart they make them, they just ain't smart enough.
What'd it say?
The last gasp. Something about a lake and trees. Maybe she'll see him in the next life.
You're cruel and unusual.
It's funny. Sometimes I actually feel bad for these poor Lolita models.
You do?
There ain't nothing in this world, even a skin job, who deserves to be sold into sexual slavery. That Tyrell is one sick dude.
Commerce is our business.
Miltä te ette tänne takas? Hei. Tuli joku bugi. Heittimme takaisin tänne. Jossakin tapauksessa oikeasti on niin, että ne poliisit rupeaa jahtamaan meitä, eikä nuo ollut mitään mersen niinku palkkasotureita. Again.
What a waste. What a waste.
Ja ruumis siihen.
It's around here somewhere.
Where'd you park it?
I'm telling you, it was right here. Damn thing must have been stolen.
Maybe you're living in an alternate reality, Slim.
Attention all units. All points bulletin has been issued for Ray McCoy, formerly BR61661.
McCoy.
Confirmed 1 civilian kill. Ezo. Considered armed and dangerous.
What the hell is that?
Maybe they just want to bring you in for questioning.
I didn't kill Ezo.
Maybe they think you're not what you think you are.
Are you saying I'm a rep? Come off it.
The look on your face after that last one? The minute you start to feel something for skin jobs, you're in big trouble.
Maybe I just got too much empathy.
In all the wrong places.
You want to put me on the machine?
Hey, I don't want anything, Slim. You're the one they want.
Detective Steele, BR61354, report to headquarters immediately. Code blue.
What are you gonna do? Take me in?
No matter what they say, you're not on my list yet, Slim. You know what that means. And there's no use juicing you if I can't make some honest chinion off it, you know?
I never appreciated your baser instincts so much.
Gouza must have messed up somehow. I'll check it out, see what's going on, and then... we'll be meeting again, Slim. You can bank on it.
You got a deal.
And get cracking before I change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Good God!
Mechanical Man.
Stuff makes me want to spew. Excuse me, but I was listening to music. Geek, hoodlum, dork, freak.
Se kuuntelee edes Mechanical Mania.
Speak. I have a return package for Mr. Luther Lance.
A return? From where?
Emil Runsiter.
Maybe one of the chimps blew a gasket and tried to bugger him. They're not available. Come back later. I told you those strains were unstable. Runsiter must have discovered the fakes. Relax. Runsiter's a simp. Not even old man Tyrell could have spotted those beauties.
20th century like a real drug man.
Who the piss do you think you are, blasting in here like a couple of goddamn cowboys?
Gentlemen, take a moment to evaluate your situation.
Look, there's very little to steal here. If you can haul out one of the statues, be our guest.
We look like thieves to you, man?
No. You look like a couple of goddamn...
Take a good, long look.
Aha! Just the people we were hoping to see, right, Lance? Huh? Nexus 6. And you came to us.
Return to you, my brothers. To ask your help.
Unfortunately, we don't work for the Tyrell Corporation anymore.
You've been continuing your research, I trust.
Yeah, of course. Something drives us on.
The common bond. Can you have greater miracles than these? Brothers, my brothers, take a good, long look.
Oh my God.
Well, shall we begin?
You wake up one day and find it's all been a dream, or you wake up and discover you've been asleep all the time and the nightmare is real. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know who I was, a cop dangling on the short end of the stick, or a rep whose memory banks had run out. One thing I was sure of was that I didn't kill Ezo. That I know I experienced. And this misinformation, maybe it was the key to everything that was happening. Maybe there was a lot more than what met my eye. All I had to do was stay alive long enough to find out.
Aika tallentaa taas. Pääskö sinne? Pääs. Nyt poliisit etsii meitä.
Someone had really torn the place up. If it had been LPD, the real LPD, they would have confiscated the entire stash. Instead, Ezo's off-world weaponry was still there, but all the police issue firepower was gone.
Nothing else there. Nothing else there.
Mitä? Vielä parempia pistooleja. Juponoksia. Tää on rajattu määrä vielä.
Nothing else there. Nothing else there.
Okei. Ylös ei varmaan kannata mennä, jos kerran idea on siinä, että meitä poliisit ehtii. Eikö ole mitään muuta? Ei.
Your floor number, please.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Where's Maggie? Where's my animal?
Step off, motherfucker. Ain't no Maggie here.
She was here last night when I left.
You got the wrong place, Jack.
Hey, man, I live here.
I don't know what you're speed loading, and I really don't care.
Wait a minute.
I got no problem icing you if that's what you want, Jack.
Your floor number, please. Destination locked. Your floor number, please.
Tämä meni mielenkiintoiseksi. Tuotakaan ei mulle koskaan tapahtunut. Mitäs täällä on? joku mutantti.
Hey, another one? Ain't you ever heard of private property?
Hey, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Always chasing. That your name? Chaser? Got that big dumb locks out the back of the sushi bar, remember?
Small world, ain't it?
Guess so. Then again, I ain't the one standing in your living room.
This is where you live?
You could call it that.
You know your way around down here?
You got anything to drink? My throat's awful dry.
You said another one when I came down the elevator.
Not a lot of people. Artificials.
How'd you know they were replicants?
Are you kidding? I can spot a skin job at 100 paces in the dark.
Describe them to me.
Sure you don't got that drink?
Maybe later.
Well, there's the Japanese guy with the coat and the glasses.
Skinny guy, blonde hair, ponytail?
Yeah. And the guy with the muscles and the funny hair.
Dreadlocks?
Right, I've seen him twice. And a two-headed guy, the fat man.
Fat man? The one I was chasing from the sushi bar.
Nah, the other fat man, you know him, rough voice, always eating.
How many times you seen the fat man down here?
Bunch of times. Last time wasn't that long ago.
What was he doing?
Collecting guns like always.
Handguns? A blaster like mine?
Handguns, rifles, a whole armful. Took him through that gate. Dumped him in the sewer. They're gone now. You sure you ain't got nothing to drink?
Can you describe him?
Yeah, rough guy. Bucks out orders a lot. Everybody listens when he's around. A natural.
Let me ask you something.
Cooked at me. Damn tasty.
I'm talking to you here.
Onko tallensi? Ihan oikeesen paikkaan tallennuksen.
No, we tried that already. Look, we know that the adenine, thymine, and guanine cytosine sequences can be mutated in progress. Let's move on. Hey, it's about time you showed up.
You know who I am?
Detective Ray McCoy. You're investigating Miraji's death. And Eisendoller's. Having any luck?
You're Luther and Lance?
Hell of a smart cookie there. Take your guns and your violence elsewhere. We've got important work to do.
The reps that killed Marcus and Miraji, they'll be looking for you.
You're a little late, Detective. They've already found us.
So why are you still walking around?
'Cause we're all part of the same suit of cards, you know what I mean? Eldon makes mistakes just like any other human. The difference is... The difference is your bastard doesn't like to admit it. No, he covers them up, pretends they're human, gives them a job at a stinking corporation, and then when they actually produce original work, he boots them out on the street.
You're saying you're replicants?
We finally figured it out. Clovis helped us see the light.
But that's ridiculous. Tyrell wouldn't design something like you. He wants perfection.
I told you we were a mistake.
Keep talking.
Clovis showed us our incept photos.
So what?
That's a pretty damn good argument, you gotta admit.
Photos can be doctored. It's not proof.
Clovis said you'd say that.
What are you doing down here?
Eldon shafted us, so now we're returning the favor. We promised Clovis we'd be finished with this by the time he got back, so if you don't mind.
Tyrell says the 4-year lifespan can't be extended.
Of course he's gonna say that, but he's wrong. Very wrong. We got the research right here that'll prove it.
Is it complete? Could you extend the life of a replicant right now?
Well, no. The 4-year limit is an integral part of every element of the replicant. Tyrell's dictate was that every body part would fail, and only the designers of each would know exactly how it worked. Clovis has already unlocked the secret of the skin. That was Miraji. Sebastian and Chu, they'd know about the central nervous system and the eyes. A lot of retrograde viruses were built into the eyes. And Tyrell, he's got the basic DNA pattern information, but he won't just give it up.
Did you tell Clovis all this?
He didn't ask, he already knew. He knows all about you, too.
Where's Clovis now?
Gone to have a little heart-to-heart with Eldon.
He'll kill Tyrell if he gets to him.
Isn't that just too bad? I won't shed any tears. Tyrell is killing us all. 4 years isn't enough, is it? If Clovis snaps his neck, it'll be merciful and quick. That's a hell of a lot more than we've been given.
I got a little test I want you to take.
You believe this clown? He wants to void confess. Sorry, McCoy. Shoot us or leave us alone. Let's get back to work.
Just a moment of your time, please.
I am sick and tired of people waving those things around. Just give it up. You got no jurisdiction down here.
Clovis set me up, didn't he? And he used my boss to do it.
He's sharp, this one. No question.
Tell me what you know.
How about we trade? Our life for yours.
Keep talking.
Clovis has gone to see Eldon. But he might not make it. Still, the work will go on, with or without Clovis. Get us Tyrell's files, the rest of the DNA data, and we'll help you.
You want me to break into the Tyrell building for you? You're nuts.
Defective, yes. Nuts, no. You need us, McCoy. We can serve up Goose's carcass on a big, oversized platter.
What kind of deal did you have going with Runciter?
Don't talk to me about it. That was Lance's stupid deal. We just wanted to make some extra cash on the side.
That probably had something to do with you guys getting fired.
I'm sure he wasn't too pleased. Since Eldon's such a pain-in-the-ass control freak.
Did you meet Clovis through Runciter?
It was all just a coincidence.
Stick around. I may not be finished with you.
Joo. Muistus mitä kaikkea se pitikään tehdä. Ahaa. Pääsikö tonne pääsi?
It was something you didn't see too often. A precise, shaped explosion fashioned for minimum collateral damage. The son of a bitch was a pro. Someone with real munitions expertise. And that expertise could only come with extensive, on-the-job, off-world training.
Oliko tuossa jotain?
Locked. No way through here.
Ahan. Tälle käy puhumassa näille kahdelle.
Locked.
Ei. Onko tämä elos?
Locked.
Okei. Autohan meillä ei ole. Eli... Tairelu. Sinne pitäisi päästä siis. Poliisi. Mitäs täällä on? Mikäs ihme tämä on? Noniin, tuttu paikka.
Hey, stop!
Tuopas oli helposti saatavilla.
I think I got what you wanted from Tyrell's office.
Check it out, bro. The little man with the big gun did good.
A bargain's a bargain. You said you'd give me Guza.
It's all right here. Your boss is a real piece of work, let me tell you. Almost as good as Tyrell. Take a look.
Guza had his fingers in as many rancid pies as possible. He was insatiable. He sold police equipment, ripped off criminals, and he even killed. And here were documents that proved it all. Depositions, photographs, video discs. It was the complete file on Guza, the dirty cop. Where'd you get this?
From Clovis. He told us to hold it for him. Come to think of it, I'm not sure you're supposed to see it. You want to give it back now?
Not a chance.
Let him have it. Clovis said he was finished with the policeman anyway.
A little light started to flicker in my brain. Guza was the one measuring me for the frame. When my stomach stopped churning, I realized I had everything I needed to force the bastard to play ball with me. I knew that he would listen to reason, if applied with serious pressure. All I needed to do was call him.
Minkähän tuo veikä? Otetaan puhelin. Missä mennään puhelimen? Puhelin on siellä. Aha. Puhelin on siellä. Missä baareja oli? Niin oli. Mä veikkaan. Ei. Mistä nyt päästä? Mä vein. Mä vein sen kotiin. Paikkaa joo ei. Ja tämä vei sinne ison luokse. Joo, tänne joo, kyllä. Täällähän se oli. Juuri tänne. Wall.
Yeah.
Been messing with people's lives lately?
McCoy, where the hell you been? We've been looking all over for you.
Yeah? Am I wanted dead or alive?
You don't know what you are, kid.
You can sell that replicant shit to everybody else, but I ain't buying.
If you're so clean, let's put you on the machine. That'll decide once and for all.
I'm through listening, Guza. Now it's your turn. I've been doing some investigating on my own. Came across some prime sources. You know what I'm talking about. Those little illegal weapons deals with Ezo. You were raking in the chinion, selling LPD wares to scumbags and reps. Oh yeah. The department's gonna eat it up when they hear just how deep that corruption goes.
That's a load of crap.
Let's hope for your sake Bryant and the brass feel that way when I lay this file on them. Otherwise, it's a one-way ticket to the off-world penal colony, fat man.
What do you want, McCoy?
Remove the frame, clear my name, and get that guy out of my apartment. I want my life back.
I can't do that.
You better start finding a way, because I got another call to make.
Okay. How do we work this out? Can't talk over the damn phone.
The sewers. I know you want to be comfortable, and I figure it's kind of like your second home down there. The bottom of the old elevator, there's a gate. Past it, there's a chamber. It's got a round platform.
Yeah, I know it.
Be there, alone. You better hold up your end, or Bryant gets it all.
Round platform. Olisiko se yksi paikka, mikä oli siinä? Siinä. Sen nukkuvan tyypin luona vasemmalle siinä. Mutta hyvinkin ollut.
I'd seen chairs like this one before, and not just in my recurring dental nightmares. It was an old-time LPD soothsayer, a torture device used to elicit confessions out of hardened criminals. Its use had been banned for 10 years now, but most cops knew it hadn't totally disappeared off the face of the earth.
Taas tallennus. No. Se oli tänne. Tuolla tulee tuo mutantti. Täällä voisi olla tällä tulla tommosia... No onks mutantteja ne on? Pitäisikö yrittää huitoa putkella päähän. Joo. Jos se on nyt tuolla vasemmalla. No.
Did you get that asshole out of my apartment?
It's cleaner than when you left it.
My dog?
Yeah, your pooch is there too.
That everything I need to clear me?
I gotta tell you, kid, those inset photos look pretty real.
Let me guess. Clovis gave them to you.
It must seem pretty gullible, but he sounded on the level. He called you his brother. Said you came down in the moon bus with all of them. He said Tyrell was using you to get inside the LPD. You hadn't been on the job too long, so I thought, maybe.
You'd screw with my head? How convenient. You could satisfy your blackmailer and keep me from sniffing around your dirty work at the same time.
You're too smart for me, kid. Water under the bridge. You ready to talk trade?
I got it all right here. Photos, files, discs, the works. It ain't a pretty sight.
You can't blame a guy for trying to better himself.
Trying is one thing. Ripping off speed loaders and selling the shit yourself? Farming out LPD weapons through black marketeers? Torching two pimps who wouldn't pay you off when you were working Vice?
Hey, Those two had it coming.
How long did you think it could last?
Moro Pami.
It finally reaches the point where you don't even think about what happened yesterday. Only what's coming to you tomorrow. 20 years in the job, kid, and nobody was gonna touch me.
Juomat ilma.
Helping reps also part of the job?
I was gonna whack them myself once the heat was off. Tie up those loose ends.
Once I was out of the way.
Clovis is still gonna come gunning for me, kid. You and Chris gotta take him down. Then my problems are over. Our problems are over. And we can all live happily ever after.
I don't know. A lot has changed. I don't know what I want anymore.
That's fine, kid. Just walk away. I knew you didn't have the cojones.
Hey, I got you where I want you, don't I?
Kid, I'm what they call a survivor. I've crawled through the sickest sludge of hell and lived to tell the tale. I'll be around long after they've forgotten that you were ever on the job.
Wouldn't bet on it.
But I'm tired, kid. I'm ready to turn over a new leaf. I swear to you, everything will be different if we just stick together. Mop this thing up. Come on. What do you say?
I see we were right to follow him, Sadiq.
Looks that way, man.
You might as well give it up, Clovis. You and your people don't have a chance.
We stand a greater chance of success than you, Lieutenant.
McCoy and I were just talking about how to get you guys out of your jam. We came up with a plan. But you gotta show yourself first. We gotta do this in person.
And if I told you that Sadiq has a pulse rifle trained right at your heart?
Without me, you for sure ain't going nowhere.
Lieutenant, we have everything we need. And that doesn't include you.
Too bad we were becoming such good friends.
Whatever is born of mortal birth must be consumed with the earth. To rise from generation free.
Nyt mitä runoutta.
What have I to do with these?
Kiss my ass.
Yep.
So,
taas uusi slotti. Eik.
You're making me very unhappy, old friend.
Huh? Vai niin? Tänne piti muistaakseni mennä.
Tough day, McCoy.
You could say that.
Steele is looking for you. And Bryant. You've been keeping the whole department hopping, you and Guza.
I know. You looking for me too, Gaff?
Looking, not killing. I'm in a good mood today. You know you got some interesting neighbors, McCoy.
Yeah, well, I've been too busy to visit lately.
You gonna turn yourself in?
I'm thinking about it.
Think hard.
Ollaan jo pitkällä pelissä.
You killed anyone yet? It's like I said before. You retire a human, your career is over. Your life too, maybe.
Yes.
But we don't live forever, do we?
Aha. Vai niin?
should have voted for him then.
Very good. Very funny, yes. Governor, let's get down to business. At last estimate, 5 billion tons of kibble surround this.
Very funny, yes.
Eventually, it's going to have to be cleared away.
Elgin, we've got specials to do that job.
But the attrition rate is enormous. No.
Oi,
There's only
governor.
one way it can be accomplished.
Oi, governor.
My way.
Unfortunately, your way is illegal.
Oi.
For the moment, yes. But laws can be changed. And if replicants were allowed to work on Earth, imagine what your legacy would be. Governor Maurice Colvig, the national hero who eliminated toxic debris. Even your opponents will vote for you.
How can you possibly guarantee that no tragedies will occur?
It's a very simple solution to an old design challenge. Give them jobs on Earth, and they will never desire a different life.
That is a lie.
Who's there?
It's one of my children, I think, and a very resourceful one at that. Why don't you show yourself?
With pleasure.
Call security.
Who is this man?
I'd like to ask the same question.
One more word from him, and he'll be dead.
I will not be spoken to!
You're certainly a man of your word.
I want all the data you have on replicant DNA structure.
Tällainen moratispotti oli jo. Pelasin Curse of Enchantia läpi. Ja epäilin jossain vaiheessa, että ei mene suunniteltua aikaa, mutta meni. Niin oikein. Oli hauska. Sen jälkeen pelattiin vähän vanhaa DOS-peliä nimeltä Monty Python Flying Circus. Siinä oli mahtavat PC speaker soundit. Mahtavat.
And when night comes, I'll go to place fit for woe, walking along the darkened valley with silent melancholy.
I would prefer him alive if possible. Not exactly the conclusion I had in mind. Have you stationed guards in the mezzanine?
Yes, sir, but I mean, after that fall.
Oh, don't be a fool. He's not dead yet. His time hasn't come.
Maggie! Come here, girl.
Where is my doggo? Koira on viety. Paskiasta.
Pick up.
Where you been, Slim? The boys told me you were kicked hours ago.
My dog is still missing.
Cut the crap about the dog, okay? I got something that'll really rev your engine.
I'm all ears.
I got a line on where the skin jobs are holding up.
Not the Yukon?
Yesterday's news. Remember Gav was talking about that moon bus massacre? I found out where they crash landed it. 5 will get you 10, they'll be licking their wounds there.
Excellent. Where do we go?
We. How about walk?
Ajoilee mäkiöille suihkussa.
Way to shit out there in the kibble.
Jumakauta, koira suihkussa.
How are they getting into the city?
They've been accessing through an old sewer tunnel.
Se kehtäis kyllä suihkussa koira.
Together or what?
Joka paikka koiran karvas.
First come, first serve. Share my bonuses with nobody. See you on the other side, Slim.
Joo, tää menee ihan eri tavalla. Niin on tottunut.
Your floor number, please.
Ihan eri tavalla mennään. Eiköhän tonne mennä. Koitin nukkua. Uni kannattaa aina. Tsekkaappa kuule Pami. Kato. Katoppa sä meikä About-sivulta, kun on hienoja pelejä ensi viikolla. Hienoja pelejä ensi viikolla. Hienoja pelejä ensi viikolla.
Bad time you got here.
If I was a Nexus 6, you'd be dead.
No, you'd be dead. I heard you stumbling around back there 10 minutes ago.
I got a little hung up. Where's the moon bus?
Real close. You ready to take care of business?
Hell yeah.
There's gonna be a hot time in the old town tonight.
Oh yeah. You just have to ask.
I don't like it. Smells like ambush territory.
Ah, yeah. Eek. Hmm?
Always hated closed spaces.
Hold on. I'll get an ambulance out here.
Oh, I screwed the pooch this time, Slim. Promise. You'll waste Clovis. Taught you pretty well, didn't I?
Mitä sekin kuoli? Kaikki tässä kuolee nyt, jumakauta.
Maggie! Come here, girl, come on!
Here you go, baby. Dinner time. Could they? Oh, God. No.
You like my present, man?
You bastard! She was an innocent!
Fake, man. Machine, like you.
Here you go, baby.
You make her more doggy than dog, you know?
That's a lie!
You don't remember it, I'm thinking. None of it. Them false memories. They really worked you good.
Come on out and show yourself, you coward!
Mulla on paremmat panokset. Koirakin tapois. Mulkero. Kahta koiraa se... Hä? Hetkinen, mulla on tunne. Mulla on tunne.
Look out.
What?
There's a trigger there. See it? And what's that blinking?
Crafty little suckers.
Careful. Could be on a timer.
Looks like Sadiq's work. Same setup as the one at the Rep manufacturing plant. Step around it, we should clear it. Oh, this kippo gives me the heebie-jeebies. I need room to breathe.
Take a deep breath around here, you'll cough up a lung.
Haha. Nyt räjähtää. Mä sanoin. Tänä iltana on joku, jonka minä vien treffeille.
What's that tied around her?
Here you go, baby. Dinner time. How could they?
Let's attend to some business.
Oh, God.
You
No tulee.
Come on.
Tulee.
Nothing else there.
Saatiin nainen pelasi. Nainen henki. Kaikkea et meiltä vie. Koiran veit.
I'm finishing this alone, Steel.
No chance.
The bastard killed my dog. He tried to convince me I wasn't human.
The job ain't about revenge, McCoy.
If it's the money you're worried about, you can have it. But I'm doing this one alone.
You're a stubborn son of a bitch. Look, I'll give you 2 minutes. That's all.
Tappo koiran.
I've been expecting you.
Flunssa päälle luetaan akuankka.
They're all dead. You're the last one. I wish I could just leave. Just power up this ship and fly away. You want me to feel sorry for you. But after what you did to Maggie, no way.
And what about you, Ray McCoy? After what you did to my family, to my friends, do you not also seek forgiveness?
I don't need to.
Kaikki on tapettu.
I thought I could cheat my destiny. I should have cherished what little time I had instead of wasting even one precious minute on revenge. My hands are labored day and night, and ease comes never in my sight. My wife has no indulgence given except what comes to her from heaven.
I never did like poetry.
Yeah!
Jesus, Slim. I almost blew your brains out.
Do it. You just might be doing me a favor.
You finish him? I think he got a promotion coming. Not to mention all those retirement bonuses.
As long as I get something like 20 hours of sleep in the process.
Ei ollut edes Eino Leinoa, niin en minä ruppe.
I'm going home, Steel. I'm finished.
Nyt vittu riitti. Koirakin vieti.
Hey, Slim.
What?
You ever think of working with a partner?
I thought you only worked alone.
There's a first for everything.
I'll think about it.
I'm much better company than a dog, you know.
No tuo oli kyllä vyö alla. Tuo oli vyö alla. Nimenomaan too soon. Tässä pelissä tosiaan on noin 13 vai 16 eri loppua. Tää oli yksi niistä.